Another fine day, another wonderful day, and another opportunity, another chance for us to get together and not only watch football but talk football. Uh, Not only watch football but live football. Wow, Canada versus South Africa. Innocent, what do you think?
Uh, I mean, South Africa made it to the round of 32, and shout out to their coach Hugo Bros that did a wonderful job with them. And we know some people in Africa didn't want them to make this far, but
Mm-hmm.
they're here. They made it here now. So we say congratulations to them and wish them all the best in this game. It's going to be a very interesting game. Both team, I think, are basically in the same level.
Mm-hmm.
But today is who wants it the most. But who wants it the most? Who's going to win the game? So let's see. Let's hope South Africa is ready for that to fight and get their spot to the round of 16.
Do you think it was fair for African countries to feel like, hey, this South Africa don't want me to qualify, want me to lose, want me to get
This
eliminated?
is exactly what we've been talking. This football is not just a mere sport, right? It
Mm-hmm.
is highly political. So whatsoever is going on in South Africa, the xenophobia crisis that's going in there, African countries felt like they've been somehow betrayed or mistreated by South Africans and their own way. Since football, the World Cup is a world stage where you can express opinion and make your voice understood. They use that candle to tell South Africans that what you're doing in your home, we're not okay with it.
Mm-hmm.
But I hope and I believe that what happened in the first game against Mexico, South Africans they're hurt, and hopefully they're going to amend their actions in their country and allow people to live there freely. But we're going to continue hoping that they're going to make it to round of 16. And as you know, like the goalkeeper said, Roman, that African people have always supported African countries, but he didn't understand why in the first game they were not giving them that opportunity. They would not feel supported as they used to be. But so that was just that political message. They used the World Cup as a stage to give them this message, and hopefully they heard. And we also hope that some African now are more at peace or at ease with South African and want them today to win. So that's what I want. I want them to win. I want them to move ahead. You cannot just condemn a whole people
Mm-hmm.
because certain individuals are doing some bad actions. So we condemn whosoever is doing xenophobia and all of that, but we cannot take the whole country. There are some nice people in South Africa. Not all the country is rotten. So yeah, some people, yeah, but we cannot keep the whole country responsible or accountable for the action of some individuals.
What should you expect from the game today? By the way, the game started already. It's South Africa versus Canada. Unfortunately, they play for Los Angeles. The next question is, why is Canada not continuing their games in Canada, where they be host nation? Now, so the competition, the worker, the FIFA, the plan of a way, if you win all your games them consecutively, you will play for your field, you the host, like the happen for Morocco, right?
Yes.
Yeah, but once you lost certain games, you move to certain position, you don't get that
Opportunity.
privilege
That premier
anymore. So
anymore. Yeah.
that's why you see they get for move, come for a task, can play. I think it was supposed to be the same to America. I don't know. But yeah, what should they expect for the game?
Massa, now World Cup game, and we don't say there no small team in this World Cup today, this edition of World Cup.
Yeah.
So the game will be open. It's going to be a very tactical and physical
Mm-hmm.
because both teams they have very young player
Players.
that can really run the whole game, and it's going to be tactical. It's going to be physical, but the one team that wants it most, we're going to win. That's exactly what I'm saying. It's going to be nice and
Shalom,
open game.
Baba.
Saluto.
Did you get me?
Yeah, sure. I'm getting you guys.
Okay, 100%. The game that already start. How you see them?
Well, I think South Africa went with same lineup as of last game, where they dominated
Mm-hmm.
South Korea, and the key is in the midfield for South Africa, and also not to give away easy balls in their defensive final third. Meanwhile, you see, a country like Canada will play with a lot of energy. They want to press. Is that type of football that United States of America they play. However, I expect South Africa to overcome.
Wow. Innocent,
Yes.
may I ask you, do you think that is actually the football that is actually gaining grounds today? Get you the young players, get you the young guys, and press and press and press until if you win?
You see, that's exactly what's happening today. The football has changed.
Mm-hmm.
Now we want some experienced player, like one or two experienced player, just to communicate the spirit of team and camaraderie to the youngest. But the football of today is it plays on a very high pace. So you definitely need to have young players that can give that effort, that can run back and forth, give the effort for at least 75 or 80 minutes at least. So yeah, both teams have young players, and like my brother Trulayon pointed out, South African put the same lineup. That shows the ambition they have for this game. They really want to go through, so they gave themselves their best. They put their best player on the field, and hopefully, Hugo Broos is very skillful coach, and he knows tactic. You know how to display some tactical setup that can disturb any team. So yeah, it's going to be a very interesting game.
Trulayon, any particular player the way you hope they will make the difference for the game?
Oh yes, of course. South Africa has the guy who plays on the right wing. He scored their only goal last game. I think his name is Maseko. I believe he will be one of the key players. They also have that guy, number 10 shirt, Mofokeng, 21-year-old. Those are players that will actually make the difference for South Africa. And also Sithole, who actually plays in the midfield. And then the guy who plays in the MLS, Makwena, who plays for the Chicago Fires. Those are players who can actually, and of course, their goalkeeper.
Yeah.
What about Canada? No person for Canada where you think they will make the difference today?
The left back, the captain, he is actually injured. He's been injured for a while. The guy who plays for Bayern Munich.
Yeah.
And
Alphonso
I think,
Davies.
yeah, exactly. Alfonso, it's a key guy for them. And I think the team as a whole, when you don't have players that are really technically good as the other guys, then you count more on team effort. And that's what Canada is going to count on, team effort, that cohesion.
Yeah.
Sir, what do you think?
But just the look of the game right now, we can see that physically, South African has already, they are already dominating the game, physically speaking. So you just saw this action with the defender fighting to put the ball at the on the sideline. So, like I told you, it's going to be a very physical and tactical game. But like the one who wants it the most, I'm keep telling you, because I don't see a huge difference between the both teams. And like Trulayon mentioned, Canada play as a whole because they don't have a big name, a big star on which to rely on. So their only hope is to play together, defend together, and try to move as a block, front and back. So that's going to be their chances there. And on the other side, South Africa have players that they stand out a little bit on skill. They have skills. They have the pace. They are fast, and they can they can go. They have players that can take an individual action and put it in. Talk less of Canada, that really count on their collective display to do something.
Yeah, and what you talk correct, because football is not just about that collective effort. Now it's team sport, but sometimes individual players, if he break through, do some kind of thing the way if he make the difference. Trulayon point out on team yesterday about Africa. He said if you look at the African team, the way he really like him, and where he really believes that if he do far more better for World Cup. Now teams like South Africa and Morocco, and I think he talked about Egypt also.
Yeah.
Teams, if you go look at very well, they get a very good domestic league. What do you think about that?
Yeah, that's a good point. This is something I'll always be okay with Trulayon on. Then when you have a very good domestic league, that means you've developed your own football, you have your own system. That you made that reform to have your own system of playing. People cannot just easily reach your game like that. You have more chances. You really have more chances of surprising this team that really don't understand your football, because you are not playing the football as they do. You can't beat the master on his game, right?
Yeah.
So you have to develop your own game to do it. So that's why, I totally agree with him. I even see more South African being South African and Egypt being
More
more
favored
favored than even Morocco, because Morocco practice these European games
football, so they can easily
they read the game, they understand them very well. That's why it's been really hard on them after their first game with Brazil. You see, they went toe to toe with Brazil, but after that, it was kind of pushing because everybody understand the game. But South African, they are so unpredictable, and Egypt, because they have their own style, they have their own let's say grassroots football, like my brother Trula always mentioned, and it makes it difficult for the team to read their tactics, to read their system.
True Lion.
Yes, sir.
9 African teams for the second the next level of this competition. How you see them?
It's good publicity for Africa, because there's a stat, the Europeans and the South Americans have always had more representation. And with more representation, it just means that it gives you more chances to actually make it, to the next level or to win the tournament. Do you imagine that 3-4 World Cups, Africa only had 1 representation? So you have 1 representation. How far do you think you'll go? Then also they had 2, then they went to, I don't know, was that 3, then 5? So with over 52 countries, the continent has not had a good representation. But now that we move from 5 to 10, we see that Africa has done even better than Europe as far as going to the next round. That's a 90% as far as 76 for Europe so far. So that's good for African football. But again, let's be true to ourselves. When we look at the teams, we look at the players. Where were the players developed? That's something Africa needs to start thinking about. It's not just players coming from France, Belgium, United States to play under the African flag. We have to start developing our own. And that's why I respect countries like South Africa, Egypt, to some degree Morocco, because Morocco also has one of the best leagues in Africa. However, the players that were developed maybe in France, Spain, and all that have more talent, and that's why you see them playing over local players.
Okay.
So, let me ask you this: do you think that with the with this performance of African team, is it a hope for African football, or we still have to work, like you mentioned, we still have to work on developing our grassroots football?
Well, let me just give you something, and it might take maybe another 4 years before we actually know that, right? Look at the countries that are there, the African countries that are at this World Cup. I bet you in 4 years, maybe only 4 of them will actually appear, because maybe Cameroon will come back, maybe Nigeria will come back, maybe Gabon. So what I'm trying to say is that these countries, of course, they have the players now, but you look at a country like Congo. Will Congo be able to sustain it? Will Cape Verde be able to sustain it? Do they have a reservoir? Are they preparing for the future? So there's no stability, So it's not something I can, of course, I'm happy about now, but can they sustain it? Can they sustain this type of, So it's not, for me, it's not sustainable, if you don't have
to work a reservoir.
Exactly. You have to be able to develop and make sure that consistently you can develop players. And that's why you see I'm so harsh on a country like Cameroon, because for me, their football is non-existent. Although they have the talent and although they want to make noise, but the football is basically non-existent.
They have to stop making noise and work.
Look at now the fights that are going on. World Cup is going on. People are talking about, it's the FECA food. It's the minister.
The minister. Didn't qualify because of this, because of that.
Innocent, about as innocent something. And that man serious, that Wonangini man serious. The part of Cameroon, they like online.
No, I mean,
I want to ask you something. I remember back in the days when it used to be like the Cameroons and the Nigerians always qualifying and things like that. Me personally, I feel like they gave us that impression, say, the World Cup team this year is difficult for goal, and if you qualify, he had to win one game.
Yeah.
But we see Cape Verde and the win, we see Ghana, then we see man would go for Ghana. Ghana don't always come. We see Cape Verde qualify for next round.
No,
We
without
see,
losing a game.
yeah, without losing a game. I know even though they're doing their games, they just dominate them. We see DR Congo, one down, come back, win, I think 3-1.
Yeah.
Do you think Nigeria and Cameroon, they don't rely for some time, say the World Cup thing really difficult?
Trula, you mentioned something that was really interesting, saying that we had like one representative, then 2, 3, and then 5, and then now we have 9 with another spot that we can secure, which brings it to 10. So when you are the only person going to the moon, if they ask you now what is going on to the moon, will you answer? No, it's only those guys who went there that will tell you that the moon is like
it's
this,
like
the moon
this.
is like that. So you take it for it. There's nothing you can do about it. Now, is it a lie? No, we're finding out that it was not. I wouldn't say it was. It was easy, but like we say, football is changing. The environment has changed. The mentality have changed. You understand? Back in the day, African was kind of complex about themselves.
Yeah.
The inferiority complex was kind of. But now, people are accepting themselves the way they are. We have our own talent. We can work with it. We can do something with it. We can showcase it to the world. So they are more proud now to come, and that we think makes it a little bit easier for them to qualify. The number of places has increased, and now people are more they are more proud of themselves to show what they are capable of.
Chula, how do you see the game?
I think South Africa needs to slow down this game because they are playing now. It's what I call organized chaos. Canada wants to run, they want to be everywhere, and you are making mistakes. You're giving them opportunities in your final defensive third. What South Africa needs to do is that slow down the game when you have the ball. Make sure to put 2, 3, 4 passes and let by beating the press of Canada. If they don't slow down the game, I bet you Canada is gonna score. They have to slow down the game because Canada, they're playing into the way Canada wants to play. It's all about energy. But the problem, one thing about such a game is that can Canada sustain this for an hour, 70 minutes, 90 minutes? No, they cannot. So South Africa should be patient and suck up the pressure, but they should try to slow down this game. Don't play at Canada's pace. Yep.
I believe the strategy of South Africa is to get them tired for the first maybe 30 or 40 minutes, and then they go now and control the game. That's what they're trying to do. So make Canada spend the energy they need running and try to push the goal. But it becomes very dangerous if you concede an early goal. Very dangerous. Like you say, they really need to slow the game. They really need to slow the game.
Because if you see teams in North America, Mexico, America, Canada, same pace. This is the type of football they like playing, where you're gonna run and all that. This is the type of football because they know that technically, individually, they don't have that technique. However, collectively, they can pass the ball faster, they can protect the ball, and then they will lure you into errors. And if you're making errors in the final third, then you get punished.
You get punished, exactly. Exactly. That was a good point, Fulai.
Yeah, this South Africa, I know for give me confidence again.
Oh, they can play. They can play.
They play, but they don't always, for me, they don't always prove themselves as that rich picking the way. They fit buy ball, they fit get fee, they fit buy boots, they got all the equipment, all the infrastructure, and then some particular time they fit look them be like, hey, they picking the ain't no ball. But when down so hot, they just move his boot, they say, you know what, I
go home.
Oh God. But I think
just watch their football. When they settle down, oh man, you enjoy South Africa. Believe me. That Moseke, the left wing over there, that guy, he's dangerous. Let him get on the ball and influence his game. And he's just 22 years old.
That's why I say they are young.
And is that what we're looking for even for Cameroon? Forget very young team, they realize that if you play at this very young age.
I believe that's what we want.
You see what they're doing now? They're just knocking the ball around. to slow down the game. You have to slow down the game.
Exactly.
They understand the assignment.
Yeah, they did.
And the fact that people need press, it means they don't tire small.
Yes, and that's the strategy. Get them tired. Get them tired. You see, now they're opening. Make them open the space for them to run.
I don't like those long balls. You usually lose them, and they lost it.
Yeah,
just calm down sometimes. Just calm down. It's important. You have to understand the moment. And that's where inexperience actually comes out from the South Africans, or they don't have enough exposure. You see, when Spain plays, sometimes you just be knocking the ball around, right? And you think, okay, but they are waiting. They are looking to frustrate you.
Yeah, exactly. By the time they see that you're frustrated, they accelerate the game and to score. That's exactly. So, True Lion, that's what we were saying. Don't you think that is even better for Cameroon to get younger players and get them early and have them playing together so that they can meld together, and build that relationship, and that will eventually grow into a very interesting team?
Yes, it's good to get the younger players, but do you have the structure for them? That's the question. Do you have the structure? Everything is focused in Douala and Yaoundé. What about Bissamabang? What about Kambe? What about Kupe Manu Ngumba? So we have to develop those structures, and that's why I've been criticizing building big stadiums and not building hospitals, not building roads, because we need all that stuff in order for parents to start being convinced that my child can actually play football and have a future.
Yeah, and it's a safe place for him to develop himself, right?
Exactly.
Like having, I understand. We really need to work on the structures, infrastructures, and even the politics of football, right?
Let me tell you guys one thing. Do you know how much the the city of Garland is spending in order to build a new football complex in Garland, Texas?
No, go ahead, tell us.
Oh yeah. This spelling over $100 million. Okay.
Wow.
It's gonna be constructed in 12 months.
Yeah.
They are already seeing the aftermath of this World Cup. What World Cup is gonna bring? It's called there's a owner of Atlantic. I think it's Atlantic Football Club in Dallas. Some lower division. This is not even MLS. I'm telling you about lower division that's involved in this. So these are the things that the people with a vision. This is what they actually do. People with a vision. This is what they actually do, and they know that football is gonna be huge in America, and they jump in on the bandwagon.
Yeah.
So
those are
they
have vision. They see. They understand how things move. Oh,
danger! Look at danger. South Africa. Oh my goodness! Wow. Who's there to assist?
Damn. Look at this guy. Why is he go completely?
Yeah, right. You see that?
Yeah, you go completely. And midfielder can compensate for that place.
Exactly. It was simple.
You get to go completely, so you drag the team completely go.
And open that space for the midfielder.
Yeah, open that space for the midfielder.
If the second ball comes over there, just knocking in there. But anyway.
And this is what also what home field. This is also what home field advantage does. You see, Canada is playing with a lot of energy, confidence, and all that. They know, although they are not playing in Canada, they are playing in Los Angeles, but they have the tennis on their side. But these are the things I don't like doing. I know maybe you guys are a little bit on a delay. Pass the ball. The South African defender, you're trying to just dribble pass. Next time, if Canada realizes that what defenders are trying to dribble, guess what? They're gonna trap you.
They'll trap you.
Exactly.
Oh, they're going for the hydration already? Oh.
Yeah.
It's hydration break.
Yep.
Bro, I say the population where they watch the World Cup, who say they come out? I never still understand, because I mean, if you say fee, they go empty, ticket is expensive.
No, if you watch what I've been posting, I've been talking about this. America has a culture of entertainment, right? And the expensive tickets, I knew that only the football fans, mostly Africans, will be outpriced. The true American who wants to have a feel, the ambiance, they like the ambiance and all that, that comes with the World Cup. they will pay.
Mhm.
They will pay. They will pay to go.
They've been paying.
Yeah.
man.
You
They've
know,
been paying.
Bro,
yeah, they've been paying to
Colombia
go.
Portugal, 65,000 man.
Mhm.
Every seat was, and then look outside. It was crazy.
It was crazy on the fan zones and all of that, man. Yeah.
Did you see the guy Lumumba? I've forgotten what his real name is. He's already cashing it. Rexona. He's advertising Rexona.
Wow.
Yes.
I believe he couldn't get the visa to the US, right?
Yeah, he
For the
couldn't
other
get the
game,
visa
I
for
don't
US.
think they can help him get the, because they still play for Atlanta.
Oh,
Yeah, they are playing
I don't
England
know.
in Atlanta.
yeah.
I don't hope so they'll help you get the visa for that other
Man,
game.
even if he doesn't get it, the guy is already cashing in. I saw him stand with Rexona.
That's
and more
it.
companies will come in. I know the only fear where companies are getting right now is what he's actually doing, and I feel like that could be the reason why America not give visa. Might be a little bit considered political.
Everything is political.
No, everything is political, but it's different when it's political. You representing Lumumba, yeah, go ahead. Okay, yeah, you actually representing Lumumba, and trust me, you know Saturday, man. I don't think so. The men don't take them as lightly as get for be.
No, Lumumba, whether we like it or not, right, is a very respected figure, right, and highly respected political figure in Africa. So, like I told you, our mentality, right, has changed, has improved. Now there's no more that complex. If you feel like you want to remind people, those who make the sacrifice for you to be in this situation today, it is okay. But now, you know, even the players from DR Congo, it was kind of hard for them to come into the country. You have to go in quarantine
In Belgium,
or Switzerland, somewhere in Europe. Like they've been in quarantine over there before moving into the US because of
the situation
of Ebola that's going on over there. So I don't know if maybe it's because of that they are trying to restrain the visa and all of that to people coming in. So, and it's a general problem. It's not just about Lumumba Veya. It's a general problem. You have official from Senegal that couldn't get a visa, official from Cote d'Ivoire that couldn't get visas to come to the United States. So it's a general problem. It's not just about being political, but
what is your take on this water break? Is it really necessary? For me, I feel like when I go play ball for place with cold, when I manage them. When I go play ball for play with warm, when I manage them. When I know if they can't want play ball for play with warm, America, they're already trained for play for their desert and everything. And then when they come now, they go on a cooling break. For no, it feel like the level they feel for now. No, any team that will go get the advantage. Why is it
they laugh because even when we go play our days, we have cooling breaks. So the weather here.
You know the cooling breaks. So man go work
exactly. So the weather we have a very severe weather, especially in summer like this. Is different from even people coming from Europe. When you come here in the US, the summer, especially those who are playing in the southern part of the US, the heat is really, really, really difficult to manage. So, and remember, they're doing everything to protect the player. Because if you don't protect the player, next time you're going to call them for your competition, they will not want to show up the clubs because they'll be if they get injured or something, they'll be losing maybe their deals. They'll be losing their deals with Rexona. They'll be losing the deal with their and then losing even the value on the market. So you have to protect the investment. Players are investments, so they have to protect that. They are asset to FIFA, so you have to protect them.
Okay. Chula, I don't know if I don't ask you that question already. No, I think I don't ask you. Nine African teams. Even me, I feel like football for Africa don't change. So I was talking to someone today who told me if all the teams they come on now, they already changed the mindset of African teams. Mozambique, if we qualify next time, in the expect we jog for celebrity because qualify.
Yeah.
You understand? We expect me a win because we don't see Cape Verde come win, we don't see DR Congo come win,
yes.
Ghana wins, Algeria, and all of these teams. And so if they come again like we jog African team don't qualify. Yeah, Chula, I don't know if I saw you to this year.
Yes, of course. The standard has been raised. You know, African teams will not all come to this competition just to compete. You know, Many of them are winning. Many of them are see that they can compete. So it's not just about attending. You don't want just to come attend. Look at the way Congo DR played yesterday. They went down a goal against Uzbekistan. We spoke about that. You know, the coach made some changes, and guess what? They scored 3 goals in the right time in the second half. So it doesn't look to you like teams that just want to come, you know, to the World Cup for the sake of it. And you know, there's that myth back in the days, just one African team. You know, there was no TV, no social media. So there were so many unknowns. Nowadays, you cannot threaten a player or threaten a team, or refs cannot just come and cheat as they used to do back in the days against African teams, you know, because that was also a thing. That was also a thing. If you watch Cameroon, Peru, if you watched Cameroon, Chile in 1998, a goal was denied. Boma's goal was denied for offside, you know, but the rules have actually changed. And you can now see that these African teams can compete, you know.
Wow. More just see how they go and hoping say more watch the games more.
Oh, nice, that was one. Nice.
Yeah. South Africa actually is doing really good, because now, guess what? The value of their players are gonna rise, right?
Yeah, it has increased.
Yeah, and then if any teams come for those players, because their players are not cheap. The South African players are not cheap. When you talk about like in Africa, right? Even the McQuena, who just went to Chicago, he was bought for I think around $2 million. You know, I don't think any player coming from Nigeria or Cameroon or Cote d'Ivoire or Senegal cost that amount of money. You know.
Yeah.
Trust me, I think I had a conversation one time with someone, and they said something that really made sense. Say the structure for the league. It told always the talk. It want me the league be structured for where documentation they exist. So by the time we want to talk to the player evaluate this, you get facts, you get data for back and up. Nobody say the one buy some player for Canon. You just come say, oh, the player I want to sell them for you for 300 million, and then they say, why are this buy the player for 300 million? Show me data where it shows you don't spend so amount of money for this player, and at the reason the way you ask this kind of amount of money. We didn't have things like that. We don't get any documentation. So I agree with True Lion. Say if we follow South Africa ways, we follow these countries the way they get structure. But by the way, you know, so get country there they get almost a good structure or a good league for Africa, but nobody really see them for people like Tanzania. True Lion, what do you think?
Uganda.
Yeah, it's just that a lot of people are clouded with the initiative that football is only at the national team level. They forget that football is, you know, at the leagues, at the league level. And that's where countries like Tanzania are actually making their name, because they are very, very competitive in these tough, you know, club competitions. We see the young guys, we see them compete at very high levels, you know, and that's where the money actually is, you know. It's not at national team level where football happens every 4 years, you know.
So I'm going to even add this to that. Let them continue building their league, structuring the league like that. By the time you find out they're going to have a very successful national team as well, because, you know, the national team is like the place where you showcase all the talent, you play with the work you've been doing on the ground. Is actually being shown to the world. I think Tanzania is going to come up, and by the way, they are hosting the next AFCON, so alongside Zimbabwe and Uganda. So they're going to.
Kenya is not hosting.
I think it's Kenya and
Kenya, Tanzania,
Uganda. Yeah. Sorry, I just misspelled. So I think they're going to put up with a very good. They're going to come up with a very good and interesting team. They've been playing in their home ground and all of that. They'll give them the momentum. And I believe the way they wanted to host that AFCON is for them to have the momentum to build their national team. So I think they want to go from there. So we're probably going to see some interesting teams, because their league is doing well. It's one of the best in Africa. So it will be normal for them to have an interesting national team as well.
I still struggle to understand how Cape Verde, with about less than 250,000 people, 300,000 people, can come up with a very good team like which way they get them.
we should understand that Cabo Verde, they like Brazil, right? So all they do is playing soccer. Soccer in their country, or football in their country is as more interesting and important as away in Cameroon. So they spend time only doing soccer. You don't even see other sport coming out of Cabo Verde than football, right? So yeah, they have the reservoir. They are building. This is Cabo Verde. I started to notice them since I think it was 2013. They came to Cameroon and they beat Cameroon 2-1 and a World Cup qualifier in 2013, the 2014 Brazil World Cup. So from there, you could understand that these are people that want to go somewhere else. And then when they went to the AFCON, right, in Cote d'Ivoire, even in Cameroon, they show a face of people that are learning from their mistake and building something. So for me, them being in the World Cup, even is at the expense of Cameroon, is something that you could tell watching them playing, see how they are progressing, see how they're building their team. And I believe they have a very good reservoir of players as well. They have a very good culture. I will not say structure. I don't know about the structure, but I say they have a very good culture of soccer.
And now football need pretend. You invest time, you invest resources, you do what you have to do, you will definitely get the result. So even when Trula and they say, not sure, say maybe Cape Verde will come back next time, or maybe Kodia Congo. On the contrary, the team now don't build on team for youth them for that country where if we are not careful, the next 5-10 years they'll dominate until we actually really sit up.
But Nasako, think about this, right? Think about this.
Yeah.
When Cameroon started doing well in 82, 90, then we started taking things for granted. Where's Cameroon today? So that's why I say when you don't progress, right? When you don't build structures that are sustainable and keep working on your craft, on your talent, you will fade out.
Yeah.
And the reason I'm saying that I don't see them coming again is because I've not seen any structure. But the teams that I've seen structure, like Egypt, Morocco, I can actually vouch on them and tell you that, okay, I see something sustainable. They actually invest. But if Cabo Verde comes now and does something that I see in a league and invest their World Cup money, I see structure, of course, they will be back. But if they just want to count on countries like Spain creating opportunity for them, then that's when I think they might not show up again,
That last cut was not necessary. He had the space to cross it. That's why you say just cut off. This one was not necessary. He gave time to the defender to come back.
They get that they are two way they dance on top ball, put their knee for ball, shake their waist, do something. Maybe that was he thought it was one of those games. Truly, I had a call that thing with South African. They get some name for the stuff. They dance
that's freestyle. That's
freestyle football. You see, man will put his knee on top ball, put his head on top, move his trouser, and then they go.
Okay. I've seen it. Yeah. It's type of showmanship.
But you know, like technical foot for football, right? Yeah. Sure. This.
Of course, he has skill. You must have skill.
Yeah. You do them for a football game. They'll penalize you.
They do get yellow card every time they do.
It could be. I mean, if it goes to taunting, I'm not sure if it goes to taunting, right? If it taunts,
it's actually taunting.
Taunting,
But I don't think taunting they'll penalize you if you dribble someone and dribble them. I don't think they'll do that. But if you speak to them like verbally, or if you hide your mouth and say something, they'll give you a card.
No, even if you dribble person, like if you make them a joke, they'll give you card.
But how is it you make it a joke if you are using skill? The only way you make it a joke
trust me. Best way you do and for make them a joke, it will show you because the joke partner for you for actually first of all either indicate for the person say I want to humiliate you. You understand? And after you humiliate the person, you get to show you say this I don't humiliate you. So that is where the ref go. It didn't have if you finish do some and you call it say make him.
Yeah.
No, they'll give you card.
They want football to be a respectful game. So they want you to be taunting people around like that or bullying people. Why? Yes.
South Africa will lose the game if they not be careful. Because after I don't know, for some reason I feel like they're underestimating the game.
That fault was unnecessary. I don't know why.
Yeah, I feel like they're underestimating the game. I feel like the I know you want to say they will be confident.
No, I don't think they are. Canada is playing, man.
Yeah.
Canada.
Yeah. Canada really wants it. You can tell that they really want to. They really want to win the game.
Yeah, South Africa has to. They have to change something. Something have to give. Let's see what the coach will do after halftime. But again, if Canada is playing with so much energy and doesn't score, then that becomes a problem. You know. MLS is what makes Canada.
Than David.
Oh, yeah. most Canadian players they play for you.
Yes, MLS is what makes them. And then you see some Cameroonians say MLS, no be league. MLS, no be league.
What people sometimes just like to complain. I don't know. Another thing I know, I don't just start hate them for football. Now this palaver where they speak for field. I don't know why, but now I imagine say 22 players inside field. If every person speed 100 times.
But how can you play football? How can you play football without speeding?
Just follow the speed. Didn't they have speed?
Nah.
Just follow. Now you need water, speed daily water. Just drink. Sorry for that topic.
To be honest, Canada is playing. To be honest, they are. I mean, I didn't expect them to doing this. I didn't expect them to be doing the way they are doing. They are playing serious. They are.
But they won't win, no. They won't
win. They won't move. They won't go through.
See, whether you like them or not, there is the part of you that makes you feel like, I know, really over serious that way. It means where you need a host, you understand? Where you be the host nation, saying that your opportunity, say you need for do something, at least for go to a particular level for the competition. Because it's difficult to see some Africa, some team host nations cup, and then they not even reach maybe quarterfinal or semi-final. It's really difficult. It's difficult. Suddenly they just become good, or I don't know, maybe if CAF they push them small.
CAF they push them they push them by.
That mentality say if the host team be eliminated, people don't come here again.
I mean, it is somehow. We have to keep them in the competition as long as possible, right? Because they want people to come in the field on all of that position is. South African they have the position, but they are not been threatening to Canada at all.
You see, it's just that also. If you see South Africa is trying to press, I think they should not be pressing Canada the way they are pressing Canada, because Canada is beating the press, and then South Africa defensively their press is not actually working. So Canada is dominating also that midfield. I think South Africa should change something, because this game is in that midfield. The game is in the midfield. Canada is dominating the midfield.
Can I play the devil's advocate?
Yeah, go ahead.
Might start with Innocent before Chula you to answer. Now South Africa this week Cameroon beat them for Nations Cup.
Yes.
Cameroon of Pagu. Without the super guys over the things he will get them. Do you think if Cameroon with the team we will use and beat South Africa, if we start qualification, that guy is bleeding. If we start qualification, will we do better than what those guys and do? They don't even qualify.
Games or competition are not the same, right? So the AFCON is different. The World Cup is different. Now the
World Cup qualify, okay.
Yeah, it's different. And I don't want to even bring the super guys because now we're trying to speculate or go back and forth. Let's just focus on what is coming in September. Let's believe that the team we have now will keep the same spirit they had in the AFCON, right? During this World Cup.
That's a save.
Well, he caught me. He caught my explanation,
Go
man.
ahead.
So they have the same momentum for the qualifier, showing the respect, showing the
Support for
the
one
support
another,
for one another, and
loyalty
the
for
loyalty
country,
and all of that.
patriotism.
Yeah, and they will do better than the team we had, that we thought that we have superstar and all of that. Of course, they already did better when they went to the AFCON. They played better. They showed a very interesting face. So let's just hope that they keep it up. There's nothing we can say that will change the past. We already.
That's true. Chulayon, my question for you, Gobina, do you think if you look at the Cameroon team where play AFCON, do you and the players the way they be keeping out, do you think any players in the way they feel bring her in and maybe switch up some rules or I don't know some policies for make the team stronger and better and then see how we will qualify for next competitions and even win?
Qualify for next competitions. Well, I don't know, right? Because for me, one thing with Cameroon is that Cameroon never accepts failure. Cameroon never accepts failure. Penalty for Canada. The way I see, let me see what they.
Yes,
that was reckless.
No. You know if you give penalty, that guy put his foot. Now he didn't say kick the guy in foot.
Yes,
but let me see.
I will review that.
Yeah. If you get for kick ball, you get for make sure the kick ball, you need kick na person foot.
Oh no, it's not penalty. No,
it's not.
It's not.
Yeah,
it's not.
The guy came really fast and
it's not penalty.
So and the guy even touched the ball small. So now he
no,
kick the guy. Yeah. Football
I don't think, but man, you never know. You never know. Just hold your breath that they don't give a penalty.
If they give penalty, I don't think it will be fair.
Yeah, I don't think it will be a penalty because
VAR. All they play ball, right?
Yeah.
No matter whether you get ball or not, all they be going for ball.
Na interpretation.
Yes.
No, na goal kick. You don't even watch the VAR.
But why is he walking? What's he going to? Why is that guy trying to talk?
He's walking away.
Yeah, VAR is not even looking at it.
No, they are talking to him. Can I ask, talking to him?
I want to ask some question also. Can the captain actually force the referee to go review
they can
an action?
Force, no, they can ask.
Or if you ask him, he go,
yes.
No, this is what happens, right? If there's a clear and obvious error that the ref made a mistake, when you look at the replays over there, it's not clear and obvious that the ref made a mistake, right?
No, he didn't make a
ref
mistake.
Missed something, then VAR will call them. Yeah. But there's no clear and obvious error that the mistake was made.
So my thing is they should give at least 2 or 3 chances for each captain. Excuse me, for each captain for fee cost a rev for go for VAR. If he strong believe say no, the action you not judge correctly, and even your VAR not judge correctly. I just feel like it should not be left alone
to the refs,
and the VAR people, because like the what do you call it, the Ghana England action. Now good place that way the captain ever challenge it. No, I want you to, even if they put out some money, say okay for that level now $20,000 for if you go for VAR, agree, you pay the 20,000.
Yes, that's what you are saying is you want them to do it like in basketball where there's a challenge, and FIFA introduced that in I think the Olympics introduced that, and FIFA introduced that in the under 23.
I think they're definitely going to adopt it.
Where no, it's not something with soccer, because I don't like that, because the players and
there are a lot of people we don't like.
The players and the managers should not be the one refereeing the games. It's not right. That's not
the same as the other man he talks to. If he leave the decision completely for FIFA, for refs and VAR, and all the decision they cheat Ghana. If Ghana need to be qualified, that's disastrous.
No, but when you say cheat, right? When you say cheat, right? Those are things you should. I mean, the type of word, the word you use in cheat, of course. Okay, well, that's your opinion. I cannot argue against on your opinion. However, there's another game, France versus.
You did see what happened.
France versus Senegal.
That coach there, right?
And he played.
Why do you think that coach is protesting? So then he played the whole league.
But that's
He
okay.
needs to
France
talk to
versus
the ref.
a coach can protest, but that's not a penalty. France versus Senegal, it happened. Today we have seen that it happened. Ghana versus England, it happened. Mistakes will be made.
Yes.
And that's why, remember, during the African Cup of Nations where Senegal walked out of the field, what did I tell you guys? I told you guys that our football is still at the primitive level where people don't accept defeat. You know, you cannot disrupt the game because a certain decision did not go your way. You know, those are things that we should refrain from because it hurts the game.
That's why now why they talk say I know they talk say may you disrupt the game. And they talk and say for things that will go on smoothly and fair. When at the same way FIFA they try to do right. That's why they introduce VAR and VAR not just one person. If we give the captain, if we give each team 3 chances, if you're really sure, you understand, say they call no go your way or you know they're not judged correctly. If you tell the ref say no for this particular instance, I need you to use one of them a chance, they will go review and for VAR. Do you understand? For me, I strongly believe so. For this case, it was not a penalty. But for that England their case, once he had that referee go review that VAR and then come back and toss in the penalty and then explain them because that's another thing that's beautiful with the VAR thing now, right? After he go look at him, he can't explain the decision. The reason why no will give penalty now because he didn't man do so, but you see some of that England Ghana situation, they're not even show with VAR. No, they show with the slow motion. They're not showing referee the camera. Referee decide for no go review the situation. And then VAR no even call it say no, hey, something there for you. So for me, I just be like in a situation that way.
True, you know, say you be tennis player. You wait in Nasaka when you want to maybe put the way we call the challenge. You know, for tennis, right? Where the challenge the official review. So now it's when they put them for.
Oh, they do that in tennis?
Yeah, they do that in tennis, they do that in basketball, they do that in football and American football. But what I'm saying is that IFAB, right, it's not FIFA. IFAB makes the rules and regulations of football, right? And IFAB is basically based in England. I don't see them, they're old school. I don't see them trying to, because football is all about momentum. Even these breaks, these football water breaks, is not something that they actually like.
So
nothing that happen where you be pairing.
I like the comment of Henry. You say when you feel openly cheated, there's no need to continue the match. No, Mr. Henry. That's exactly the situation in which we are finding ourselves because Senegal leave the pitch and unfortunately they could have won the AFCON and move out of this shenanigan that's going on. Now we're waiting for the CAS to give who the winner, either Morocco or Senegal. No, there are certain structure, there's a framework on which you can really channel your concerns and then they address it. If you get out of the field, you're putting yourself in more trouble than you're fixing it. Yes, maybe at the point you think that you're fixing an injustice or something like that, but they have a certain framework and a certain channel in which you can put your concern.
Talking about that Senegal situation, when I think say they intentionally just halt everything for push them after World Cup before they come out now with the crazy decision you make all
yes.
Chula, what do you think?
I think so.
Well, those are things where when things start going administrative, we don't have control over it, and we should learn how to accept certain decisions and move on. Think about it. Maradona scored the golden ball with the hand. What if Argentina could have walked out of England would have walked out of the stadium? So these are things where we have to learn how to accept defeat. Even Cameroonians have to learn how to accept defeat. We never agree that Cameroon is not good enough. And that's why our football, we've never fixed it. Because we always believe that the fault or problem is somewhere else. You know, we don't see our own fault, or we don't agree that, okay, yes, Cameroon is not good enough. Let's go back to the drawing board. Let's rearrange our football and let's actually do better, you know. And that's why I've always supported Morocco as far as organization has gone, right, in football in Africa. They have done great. They are showing a good example. However, you hear Cameroonians saying, or Morocco is using money, Arabs are not Africans. Some flimsy type of excuses, you know.
No, they build the structure for themselves. They have infrastructure, they have the system that they put in place, and all their categories is going by the system, and it's paying out for them. The only team in Africa that is like fighting with Morocco is Senegal, because Senegal, like I told you, when the president of the federation, Senghor, he came into the office, he said, "Hey, we've been a powerhouse in Africa, but we've never won anything. So we need to change something." So that's why they started the reform, and they appointed Aliou Cissé. They gave him at least 10 or 12 years before. Now you can see that is paying out, because the structure, the culture they inculcate into their players, they grew with it, and now they are making it. But the generation that was there before, they couldn't win anything. So the one they started on 2013 to make them grow, they are winning. They are winning.
True Lion, what changes you think say need to happen for side for South Africa for see me they win the game for the second half?
Well, I think South Africa has to make some tactical changes. They have been overrun in the midfield. What I think they need to do is the first 10 minutes, make sure that you don't concede. Just continue in Canada. Their energy level is going to drop. And then you take over the game. I know my boy, Hugo Broos. He's a tactical genius. So I'm expecting the second half to be different. Yeah, I'm expecting the second half to be different. You know, South Africa will overcome. Canada start play football.
Which changes that you think say need to happen for you?
No, I trust the coach, right? Because the names, I cannot even tell you the names. I don't even know the play, but I think they have to come back and control the midfield, because everything that is going on right now is because the midfield is kind of loose. They have to bring the midfield together and make that communication clear between the defensive line and the attacking line. So the midfield was kind of loose. That's what Canada was using the space to create the chances they were creating. So if they close the midfield, it's going to make a huge difference. But like True Lion said, Hugo Broos is very good tactically speaking. He's really, really good. We could tell with when he was Cameroonian coach, he took players from no-names player and he won the continental trophy with him. So it's something he saw, and I think he's going to adjust it. And the pace of the game, they have to be the one controlling the pace of the game. If they allow Canada to keep playing the way Canada wants to play, definitely they're gonna regret it. So they have to control the pace of the game. So they have the one to slow down when they need to and accelerate when they need to.
Man, for me, at the end of the day, my petition is South Africa, even if it's our me they win. But I think the World Cup, I just like the fact say we don't get together and you easily see how this team feel win. Especially with the African teams, the dominance. I see South Africa playing confidently. They take risks, they make small kind of pass them, try for tumble. You say this time around, we see now an African team the one pass ball around, and then the other man the one chase. Whereas for the past many years, you don't always, with the exception of very few though, it don't always been we chasing after the ball. No matter who the player will play now, who stand on a Austria or whatever team. But now you see a European team like Norway who win Senegal, and they're actually celebrating like they won the World Cup. I know say true like go say Sako, Norway never ever can World Cup for this and this years. But for me, so long as they be Europe. We don't always consider them a powerhouse. True Lion, any other thing that we're going to talk about? I don't remember
for this halftime.
Considering Europe a powerhouse of football, you're right, but that's a continent. But when you look at Norway has not been to the World Cup for 28 years. And then Senegal is Africa's best, right? For the past 5 years, they have dominated at all levels.
Yes.
But you saw how Norway came and manhandled Senegal. That should tell you that when you look at the analysis deeply, you see that there's a problem. It's a lack of local leagues. Senegal that we celebrate, we should not be celebrating Senegal as much as we don't celebrate South Africa. We should start changing the narrative. Even when Cameroon did well in 1990, they were local players. So it means we have our own culture. We have our own football that we have abandoned for the white man's football. That's all I'm saying. We have abandoned our football because we think the white man's football is better.
I agree with you on that 100%. We have to go back to our basics. We have to go back and develop our own football.
Even Brazil has done that. That's why Brazil cannot win in the past. They cannot win because guess what? Most people who own football nowadays, guess what? They are the people like Metz. Metz controls Senegalese football. They have the first option to sign players from Diambas and from Generation Foot. You know, one of the first, the pathways and the gateways of football is in the Scandinavians. You go to Denmark, you go to Sweden, and now Norway. All these guys, look at the ecosystem. You know, it's the same people who own football who are controlling football. That's why you see everybody, every team, they are playing almost the same type of football. Playing from behind and all that, everybody. So who do you think is going to win? Do you think...
That's why Morocco, I said from the beginning.
Who do you think is going to win? Those who own that type of football, those are the people that will win. That's why you see Spain is dominating football in Europe now. That is why you see... That's why like Netherlands, because when you look at Netherlands, right, the way football grew, the tiki-taka, before Barcelona started playing that type of football, it did not grow in Barcelona. It did not go to Spain. Johan Cruyff. Johan Cruyff was the one, and there's a guy called Holland coach called Molly. Molly brought that. Johan Cruyff took it over. And then you have seen a lot of Holland coaches going across the world to spread that ideology. You know, so it's spread up. They added their twist. Pep Guardiola added his own twist. Enrique comes and adds his own twist and all that. So you see. So how are you going to beat them? Tell me.
If you play by their rule, you're never going to beat them.
Exactly. Exactly. You have to put your own twist.
So before the game starts, what are the chances of the African teams in this round of 32, according to you, Trulian?
Trulian, before I answer, ma highlight the book with some guys send them for me. I don't know if you don't see them. If you don't throw your eye on this material.
No.
But you know that name?
No.
Yeah, some person actually sent me the book, Josh Goti. Yeah, Santang du Football Camerounais from 1922 to 2022. I think they say he was one of the foundational photographers back in the days. Take some really wonderful
pictures.
You see, like pictures about like he documents. The guy documented a lot, but the guy himself is not here anymore. So now he begin to just try for, you know how you go open your papa, it's in them, and then you see the way you think say make plenty sense, and then you know what, man, see how we have to document them for generation for come.
So is it Franco Camerounais? He looks like, what type of name is that?
I don't know. Just
Innocent, is it Franco Camerounais?
It looked like a German name, Josh Goethe.
Yeah,
it looked like a German name.
Oh, so it's a German. So it's a German guy telling us Cameroon story.
No, I don't think it's a German guy. Maybe that time that German the beginning name or something.
Yeah, you remember?
You know, back then they be used to. Yeah. This doesn't look like a German. This is
so the full name is Cyril Douala Goethe.
Yeah.
So it's, you understand, True Lion? The full name is Cyril Douala Goethe.
It's just like some Cameroons have names now, Williams.
Yeah, exactly.
The man defeated.
True Lion, man, just go, man, you diss you. You see more like come picture, you see me pass and fast. Yeah, brother, serious. Oh, Abel Benge. Yeah, one of the best.
Yeah, so it's kind of like really like history for from 1922. This is deep, man. I don't know. So and I think even before Dima one pass, so me na be meet up for give me on also.
Yeah, I remember that.
Jomo be giving some similar thing also.
Yes. They do the work.
Yeah, I been asked Chula as a question.
So I mean, ask you, say, what did you think? Did you see the African team how they go perform for the round of 32? They get the chances. According
of course,
to you?
some of them get the chances, but I expect maybe you see now we've seen South Africa, Canada.
Yeah.
Canada basically is the one putting all the pressure now on South Africa, creating the chances. In this game, I thought South Africa will actually come and dominate the midfield and win this game. Hopefully, they can actually make my opinion come through.
Yeah, as we predicted, I think
Morocco, Netherlands. Now, Morocco versus Netherlands, that's a tough one. Morocco should be very careful. These Netherlands that a lot of people are not talking about, they have one of the best defenses. If you look at their defense is rock solid. And then they also scoring for fun. So, and these two countries are some countries that they have a lot of bad blood in them. They have a lot of bad blood in them, because a lot of Moroccans that are in this national team, they actually grew up in Morocco, in Netherlands.
Yeah.
Ivory Coast, Norway. Ivory Coast, Norway. That game could go anyway, man. Ivory Coast, Norway.
Yes.
Let's wait and see what happens in that game. England, Congo. Hi. I don't know how Congo could do for that game.
I feel like Cape Verde will beat Argentina.
Wonderful. The difference between Argentina. The difference between Argentina and Norway, you don't see, and Poland and Portugal. Have you watched Argentina play? They play for Messi.
They play for Messi, exactly.
They run. They are physical. They are everything that Cape Verde would not like to see.
Yeah.
So in that game, I think they will beat Cape Verde. Switzerland versus Algeria. Switzerland, I go for Switzerland in that game. Egypt, Australia. Egypt.
I'll go for Egypt on that one. Yeah, I'll go for Egypt on that one too.
I don't know. The way they pairing, Africa will get at least 4 teams they win.
4 teams to go through. It could be. There's a possibility. If you see the way they're playing, there's a possibility. But I think if we have 3 going through, then Africa is doing good. If we have 3 going through, Africa is doing good.
Yeah.
Realistically.
I think Egypt might go through. But I can't even bet a kobo on Algeria. I don't even know how they made it to the second round because the team.
Did you watch that game yesterday?
No, Algeria. Maybe it's now that they're getting something, man, because, man, they were playing.
When I was watching that game, I just remember that True Lion. If you talk about this player, what's his name? Mahrez or something?
Riyad Mahrez.
He scored 2. They get good team.
So what was going on with the
I don't know. I don't know. The game I watched yesterday, I like the way they play, the confidence, the way they move ball and all of that. For me, I just really feel like they get a far more. I like the way they play.
Who is Senegal playing?
Senegal plays. Let me give you. Senegal plays
Germany.
Ooh.
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
No. Did they play Germany?
I don't know. Now flag this. Name me German flag this.
Belgium. They play Belgium.
So, for me, this is a 50-50 game, right?
Senegal, Belgium, 50-50.
Yes, I'll tell you.
Yeah, Senegal can actually beat the problem with Senegal is their defense, right? Belgium is not the.
That's exactly what I was trying to point out.
Chulayon, I bet with me explain me some mathematics when I understand. Tell me why you think Senegal go win Belgium.
See, I say 50-50 because Belgium, they have this generation that is at the end of their run, right? And it's the same thing with Senegal. We have players like Mane, 35, Koulibaly, 35, and you have
Mendy.
Mendy, that already on their exiting door, right? And you see that the weak point of Senegal is their defense. The weak point of Senegal. If you can't have Lukaku, which is a powerhouse, and you mess around like that, you're going to get punished. You're going to get punished. And then now, on the other hand, Belgium,
Doku. You have not spoken about Doku.
No, I didn't even want to go about Doku. Doku will give somebody hamstring, that's for sure, right? But on the other hand, too, Belgium, they are on the same spot like Senegal. They are having this old player like De Bruyne that is on the exiting door as well. So that's why I say it's a 50-50 game. Anybody can win that game.
So the same way we'll get Doku and what's his name? The other guy, Lukaku.
Yes.
For attack, we go trouble Koulibaly and any other person. Now who will get them with Senegal? We go trouble at defense for that side.
You have that young guy, the PSG player.
They have to start that guy, man. They have to start.
Yeah, they have to start him. That's his best player so far, right? And he's young. He's 19, right?
Yes.
I think he's 19. So that's the best player of Senegal so far, but he's starting from the bench. This is somebody that knows how to hold the ball, run the ball, create action with the ball, right? So, and defensively, Belgium is not also as good. So that's why I say it's really balanced.
As
really
this guy, we can score 2 goals the other day for Senegal from bench, right?
Yes.
I don't know why they need starting.
Do you have younger player that is?
No, he's talking about Ndiaye. Ndiaye is young.
No, Pape Gueye. No, he's talking about
Pape Gueye scored 2 goals the other day, right?
No, not Pape Gueye, the 26.
Yeah.
Jersey.
Oh, he's not young. He's young.
He's young. But if you have somebody in the midfield that will give you more, because there's no one.
Sorry, go ahead, bro.
The problem with Pape Gueye is that he's really good at playing like behind the 9 line, because he have these really good shots. He can kick from distance and score. He's very accurate on shots, right? But now on the defensive work, it lacks that fighting, going back and forth and fight.
So coach go prefer man way he go defend.
Yeah,
and on the end 0-0 or the win on a 1-0.
No,
instead of put man way he enter the other day score 2, and maybe if you don't put him for us score 3.
No, the problem is that he can score. But by the time he scores, if your midfield is loose, like what we saw with the South African in the first half, you might get 1 or 2 goals before you start getting back from that. And the coach doesn't want to run that chance. He understands the failure of his the weakness of his team, and he want to feel that.
Chula, you want to talk something?
Yeah, to actually correct you guys, Pape Gueye. Hold on, did Pape Gueye not start that game against? Are you guys talking about the game against Iraq?
Yes.
Yeah, he did not start.
Okay, he did not start. He came in, but when you're talking about the best midfielders in Africa, Pape Gueye puts. You know who Pape Gueye puts on the bench in Villarreal?
Villarreal. Oh,
Partey. So Pape Gueye puts Partey in the bench in Villarreal. There is no midfielder as good as Pape Gueye when it comes to Africa. However, I have said that Ndiaye, this Senegalese Thiaw. This Senegalese coach. Yeah, Pape Thiaw. Yeah, He's not good enough. He's not up to the task. Because you play Mane 3 games, you start Mane 3 games, 90 minutes. Mane has lost his pace. Mane cannot dribble past any defender. The only time I've seen him dribble past any defender is twice in this World Cup. So you are playing Mane, and you're leaving a guy like Ndiaye, the guy who plays for Everton.
Oh yeah.
He's leaving that guy on the bench. Yeah, Iliman Ndiaye is not even having enough minutes, So these are the things I'm talking about. However, Senegal has a problem. They have a fundamental problem in their defense. And if you keep making mistakes, teams will punish you. It's true that game could be 50-50. Belgium is not a team that I'm really afraid, but show me a team in this World Cup that Senegal has beaten. Show me a good team in this World Cup that Senegal has beaten. Just show me one good team. I don't think Senegal. I don't think except they correct their mistakes. I don't think Senegal beats Belgium. For me, it's 60-40 in favor of Belgium.
Okay. I like that because we'll be commenting that game together again.
No, put my foot
like
on fire.
No, I don't put your foot on fire. I don't do no. We will comment that. But to be honest,
Because
these are two.
Because Nasa Koko say, True Lion, you be talk say.
I don't know. I just feel like, especially with your explanation, Belgium, they would have played most of that players. They feel like this is their final.
Yeah,
this is their final. So they'll do everything. They won't play their best. I don't know. I really wish my wish now just 4 or 5 African countries will go through. Then I'll be a happy person. I'll be predicting 3 African countries will play semi-final. So most has to go.
No, that one round of after this now round of 16.
No, I know.
Oh, you want them
so
to go
five go for round of 16
and 3 go for finals.
Three go for semi-finals.
Okay. We hope so. We hope and pray so, because this opened the doors for African some other African team now to understand that the World Cup you can compete.
That's another thing. Do they still have the policy of, because Africa, especially for after the first round, had more teams, they'll increase one number for next World Cup?
I don't know.
How did that thing work?
I don't think that they'll increase the number.
No.
Ways.
Now, how did it work that time for Cameroon? Was it because they were just going to increase the number of teams that are coming to the World Cup, so they increase what chances? Or not really because we
they increase the number of teams that was coming to the World Cup.
So they give him more chance. They seem like they increase and then they give him more chance. So for more than 30 years, we make a maybe listen because we overplay some more.
No overplay. Not
Cameroonian journalism, parce que
I say, when I don't see and say game don't change.
Yep.
We watch now.
Yep.
Just watch. When I say game don't change, South Africa is now on the ball more. Just watch.
Exactly. You saw he removed the 10 shirt and put the 5 to just make that midfield more to stabilize the midfield, and now they are controlling the game, and that's what he's supposed to do.
That's a good one though.
I'm like, you have player that can do something with the ball, but they've never been doing anything. So take him off.
Good again. How many minutes for Hobo?
9 seconds.
Damn.
That rules now, Masa.
But when you go ball, you need to go blocky, right? You need to obstructing.
Hello, Martin. Bonjour.
Wow. Well, South Africa. This would have been Andrew Nana. But Mwele Kombi say,
let me tell you, Mwele Kombi day for a Cameroonian history book for football. So leave that man alone.
Bro, this man will define his sponsorship. No, but the truth is, to be honest with you, Mwele Kombi, I don't really think is a bad minister. He just go enter for some team way, he don't function for some particular way for some long time. And then if he say one maintain them, you understand? Now one of that situation, the way you enter, you realize say, hey, you need to go the way we been at the right way. This, you understand? You don't move for back, call that periphery, say, hey, come from my office. I be sorry, saying as that kind of, even if you don't use the word, I be sorry, you understand?
Yeah,
I just feel like, hey, and if you understand the way the thing, I know 1 minute you go back and forth, you understand? Tell me you're wrong, and that's it. We don't see pictures the way it told me the bar for Mwele Kombi. You understand? We don't see pictures the way it told she don't for. I think that some picture they be shown for floor. Mwele Kombi the one other people they did for D.
No, that picture not catchy the first.
Oh, not the first, yeah. But we don't see pictures the way it show you like really humble himself.
When the talk for you, the bend.
All Mwele Kombi needed to do was, now me I be the boss, do your thing, do your one-man show, whatever. At the end of the day, when I win trophy, when I bring her for who? When I bring her for me first before any other person.
Yes.
And I will get my access because I might give you all of this stuff. Them I will see ABC get access to the team.
So yeah, you're right somehow, but I will not say that he's a good minister because it's not just about football. You know, a couple of days they suspended the Cameroonian Federation of Rugby, right? You know, they've been suspended. You heard that right, True Lion?
I can't tell you if I heard that because I stay focused on football, bro.
Okay, so no. I get the point. So you have issue in Feka volley.
Mm-hmm.
You have issues in Feka handball.
Mm-hmm.
You have issues like now they just suspended rugby.
Mm-hmm.
So based on that empirical fact, you can't tell me that he's a good minister. And
Okay,
those issues, and
yeah.
before he was appointed Minister of Sport, volleyball in Africa, Cameroon was dominating with 3 wins in a row, right? Like African winning the major trophy 3 times in a row. So when he came in, and it's exactly, he wanted the president that was in place to pledge some heart of allegiance to him, and the president said, no, we are a private association, even though, right? And he started from there that I'm going to crush you, I'm going to get you out. And he forced himself to appoint a president that is only him and the other. The state of Cameroon doesn't recognize the president that works with Moele Kombi. It's very bizarre, very weird that he's the minister representing the state, right, for sport. But when this president of Feka volley took the matter to the justice, he won. Then they appealed the case. They went to the Supreme Court and he still won. So he have the decision of the Supreme Court that he is the president. But still, Moele Kombi is working with the other president. And now, when they wanted to do the elections to renew their seat, the governor of Douala, of Littoral, stopped it and said, we cannot be playing with the decision of the state like that. The president or the Feka volley would know is this one. So he stopped the elections. So if they go by the book, even the Feka volley will be suspended very soon. So you cannot look at all of this. I'm not just talking about football, because when you focus only on football and talk, they'll say that because maybe you are Ecclesia or maybe you are like that. But when you do a deep look into the sport, all the discipline, something is going on. Something is going on. So it might be a good man, but I don't think he's a good minister of sport.
I'm not even sure I said he's a good minister. I said he can be a good minister if he came in there and he realized this and this was happening. At the end of the day, man, South Africa, can you put one in?
Yeah, I hope they will. Right now, they will.
Ooh, nice one.
Nice. But you see, this is something I wanted to point, and this is something we have to be learned even from school. The way you position your body to get the ball makes the difference. Makes the difference.
See, now why that way? I keep telling people football not easy the way they think, and most of the players they may see the way they play for some kind of level.
It's a science.
True Lion, sorry, I will talk about it too. People they just look and say, name a boy kicker, name a boy kicker. If you know the maths, the science way they for that split, that 1 second decision, the calculation way they do before you do the right thing. Because like we talk, sorry that man be the fool, the way we put his skin for, you were even taking the ball out of. So even dangerous. Yeah, any experienced defender go don't leave and make you take the ball, go that side.
Just close the door for you to go out.
And the difference that between some kind of team them you play against
yeah, I think one of the problems with Cameroon football is also the fans.
Yeah,
we are so much into individuals and not institutions.
So divided.
Individuals are not institutions. I keep asking this question. When has show me one country where an individual built football? Just show me one. There's none. But yet we keep talking about individuals because we don't have institutions, because we don't have a structure.
Can I ask you a question? When you
yes, go ahead.
A country where an individual built football at the end of offside. At the end of the day, now one individual will make the decision where go help the country, right? So for instance, I don't know if you show me any country that don't develop their football. There was somebody at the helm of their organization, their football organization or their country, where now you say, you know what, like you talked about Senegal, now you talk about Senegal on a children. Say some person come in there and he decides, you know what, we'll put him over here and this is what we are supposed to do. And everyone was like, yes, let's do that. You understand? And then it leads to that result. So it starts with an individual. coming up with policies and whatever, the same way you through line and you do online, you talk every time, say we need to focus on grassroots football. That shows you an individual. If you say the policy very well, then the country will buy them as a whole, and then we'll get to a place where one go. So I don't know where you say individual and if you help, I don't understand what you mean.
Okay, let's focus with Cameroon, right? Let's just talk Cameroon straightforward. What I'm trying to say is that if all those who have a stake in football, the government, club presidents, the fans, journalists, the federation, if those five, I've just named 5 institutions, if those 5 institutions are not working together, football in Cameroon ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, you're right.
You know, football in Cameroon ain't going nowhere. Because for club presidents to be able to respect Fecafoot coming out with a degree, there must be an institution where if the club president does not produce the money that was given, we'll fine him contempt against the law and put him in jail. If you don't have an institution that works like that, guess what? Nothing is being built in that country. And that's the same thing I've been talking about. So football in Cameroon cannot grow in a vacuum, because in Cameroon right now, the way they operate is like there are fights. Everybody's fighting. So how are you going to focus and build football? It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen, because we are enabling what is actually happening, right? Because when I look at what is happening, when I look at how different people build football, it's not one person. When I say one person, okay, what can be built in Cameroon in such an environment that we do have now, where nobody is accountable to nothing?
To be honest, nothing can be built.
Nothing. If you see our early successes was because there was some type of structure. Cameroon teams, Canon, Tonnerre, Union, they were dominating Africa because there was some type of structure. Now, nothing. Look at the stadiums that we built. When African Cup of Nations was happening, I told friends that this is a bad idea. Give another 5-10 years. Now, hunting, what do you do for Japoma or for Obala? People, because just look at, after they play these games, just go look at the
do you know where I agree with?
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
I agree with you on the fact that we are more focusing on individuals, and I'll even push it further and say egos. Ego is the word that is something that is killing the environment, right? So imagine, like you were talking about the fields, and we build the fields, we organize the AFCON. Then afterwards, they created a structure, right, to handle the fields, to make the field profitable, to make profit out of the fields. But guess what? Individuals will go over there, and the ego goes on. It goes both from the president of the federation. We understand that he has a big ego. It goes to the minister. He has ego as well. It goes to the one in charge of the stadium, Onyes, right? So if those individuals don't really, like you said, they don't act as institutions that need to blend together and move towards the same goal. But if they want to be like individually, my ego was crushed here and I want to use the power vested on me here to respond to that side. So, and we're going to be in the total inertia as we are right now. So if the institution don't look in the same direction, it's going to be hard to develop anything over there.
And also, Innocent, just look at this, right? Everything football is Douala Yaoundé. How can you work in such, everything is centralized in one place? If we have the same knowledge, intelligence around the country where everything is spread out, everybody will be doing their jobs wherever they are in their local communities, and then you can grow, and then you can bring ideas from everywhere. It's just like here in America, right? I don't need to go to Dallas to go play football. Just at my house here, 5-7 minutes walk. There's a middle school over here with great soccer fields. Everybody can go train over there. nice beach and all that. The kids, everybody has the knowledge. You know, the knowledge is spread out. Everybody knows how football is actually built. You know, so in 10 years, America will be somewhere else, and they're already reaping dividends, right? Because you look at the American League, a kid can grow here, finish and play football here in America, and be well off. You know, they don't need to go to England to go play in the EPL.
To Europe, they don't need to go to Europe.
They don't need that.
They don't need to. So, anyways, that's what I think. I agree with you on that one. So, but Nasako was saying that institutions are headed by individuals, that they impose the policy or the policies or the ideology, right, and the culture that they want to implement. But now we have to look it as institution. And now you can look in the Cameroonian environment that everybody does what everybody wants. They don't do what actually profit is. They don't have a set goal for any domain. That's why you see the Minister of Sport will have this goal. The presidents of federation will have their own set goals, and then you see the one handling the infrastructure will have these goals because they want to make money to run, to clean, and exactly it makes it so difficult because they are not speaking as once. We've seen another example here. Remember when the Pope was in Cameroon, right? And then they were broadcasting the mass from the presidency, and then somehow CRTV had an image shortage. So now they went the next day, publishing a communique accusing Camtel, which is the fellow governmental body, that they has that failure because Camtel, the connection went this. And then Camtel came out and said, no, it's not us because you were using somebody else's connection. So you see a same government speaking two different voices, so you understand the kind of dichotomy that's going on over there. You'll be like, man, we are not yet out of the mess. So it's everywhere. So we have to fix the whole environment, not only football. It is everywhere. Everywhere that needs to be clean and swept.
And trust me, I strongly believe. And I'll get with them, so don't talk. See, the best government we will find for Africa, na dictatorship for now.
Hello, Ruth. Welcome to the show.
Yeah.
How you say dictatorship? Go ahead.
Dictatorship, as in, we get to one person where he go come in. I'll use some simple example, like how he told don't come for Fika food. Now, something the guy will be, now the right way do you think the guy will be? You either do them or you are out.
Or you leave.
Yeah. To an extent, I feel like now China will.
Where has it worked? Where has it worked? Like,
we don't work
for dictatorship.
They already work for Burkina Faso. Yep.
As opposed to how many? Because I can show you 20 examples.
Rwanda.
I can show you 20 examples, right?
Rwanda. They work for Burkina Faso. They work for Rwanda. Plenty different places, and they were, for me, was far more better when it was one man making the decisions, especially if Namawe they make the good decision. But more leave politics, try more just focus on football. Now the last 20 minutes, wait be a new prediction. They say Canada don't.
No, but they still not scored any goal, right? So I'm still with South Africa. You know.
When I just support South Africa, I'm gonna be Africans.
I'm still with South Africa. Of course, everybody has to support their own. I'm still with South Africa.
But the change Hugo Broos did in the halftime made a lot of sense, though, because the midfield is kind of stabilized now with South Africans. So
yeah, I mean that energy level is also. This is a 70th mark, right? That energy level for Canada is also going down. It's just a matter of time before the net bulges, you know.
To be honest, I'll be one of that people the way he actually believes the people that they invest money for Africa for football, especially local leagues, they should be the one representing Africa in such competitions. Cameroon and Nigeria especially, they get to wait until they make some certain progress before. No, I'll be honest. Yeah, because
Nigeria,
if you look at what is happening right now,
they don't have
we don't over benefit from football, but we will never really give back anything for football.
Yeah, we have to invest.
Yep. people that never be, they get good league, where players that even come up from our country, they go play for them, make money and all of that, and then now we go play World Cup, take sell now how many billion?
I'm telling you, I see the other day.
What have we done? What have we done with the money?
Now I talk, so we need to do anything with the money. So at the end of the day, better make FIFA even make some rules or regulation or structure things the way now team the way they actually invest for their football, they be structured. Now they're going to qualify for can play the competition.
Ooh, pass up. Okay. Okay. South Africa is about to score. Oh, come on. Look at that cross.
Wait till they talk to two lion.
If it did the tune, they say pass over. If they see that action.
Yeah.
They slow. Yeah. Not bad.
The cross was too high.
Oh,
the guy who crossed that ball. Give that ball to Jeremy Chitap. Give that ball to Womilin.
Yeah.
We don't get the
sometimes they be we too over expect from you apply to get an
no, because they are underdeveloped now. We have not developed players.
Sometimes you over expect from them because we don't enjoy the likes of Jeremy. Jeremy go cut them, Women go cut them, Olembe go cut them, Etame Maye go cut them. Bro, you get people that they have massa.
Oh, Alfonso Davies, don't come back. He's only 27, Alfonso Davies.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Canada has been the better team. They've managed the game better. If South Africa wins this one, it will be a steal. It will be a steal.
I don't really want to say do nothing. Yeah, they look at Canada, be like, hey, they men them.
Yeah, they're hungry. I told you is the one who wants in Mozart who's gonna win the game. If they want it, they're gonna play for it. Physically, Massa.
You see how many wrong passes? I told you have to slow down the game. There are so many wrong passes. See that man to pass ball.
Yeah.
Pass ball for open man if he can. Inexperience.
Now for the way.
See, look at the moment. Pass the ball.
Pass the ball, right? You don't think so?
Huh?
Look.
If you leave that moment, pass to the other man.
That's the wrong decision. You should pass the ball to the open man. Pass the ball. That's inexperience. South Africa go internet.
The stool day nostalgic. It call Womi and Jeremy Jita. Go carry them.
No, because I'm talking about the cross. I'm talking the cross because we are talking to Cameroonian public, right? I mean that the cross was too high. You should whip the ball.
Jeremy Jita. Bro, you didn't see the level where they play. Now why do we know? Why man even make mistake for calling for some kind of level?
What?
Why man no fit make mistake?
Okay. See this guy, right? Alfonso Davies, where you enter. When he touches the ball, look at his technique. It's just like night and day. It's just like you see a professional. You understand? No?
Yeah.
It's just like night and day.
Bro, Real Madrid.
Be very careful. Look at. Huh?
That ball don't start change.
The game is too open. I thought South Africa could.
Yeah, I told you it was going to be an open game.
I thought you see how fast they are playing.
Yeah.
I should, if I'm the one, slow down that game, man.
Now ball that.
Transition, they're very fast.
Yeah.
Okay. Give to this one who know how to use ball, both legs. You see? Again, he will get some good cross. Oh.
Ooh. Now go down. Mamma. Wow.
I told you that South African goalkeeper, you make the difference. If they go penalty, make Canada forget.
But the Davies this now the captain.
Yeah. He play for Bayern now. Okay, T. Canada is playing. They are playing. They have been doing better. They're doing a better job. You can see that off the field. But South African, that is experience. They should have been controlling the game. If you want to look about
that's a push. That's a push.
So truly, you see that my argument say people get for challenge decision. Because the place that way, captain will say no ref.
Go look, bro. You guys think football is not a perfect. Human beings will make even the challenge division. They go VAR. VAR go still make mistake.
For me, the beauty of football is those little mistakes, man. That makes the game more beautiful.
You don't ever go far. Thing where you feel say VAR do different thing.
Those beautiful imperfections, man. It makes football more
because we always think that VAR has the answers. VARs are not ref. There are VAR people where they do, but they need to be referee there.
No, it's yeah. I must a professional. More leave audio I told they say, oh, better league, local league.
But how do you get to be a professional? Is because you play football every day in good environment. And you get paid, so you are motivated.
No, I understand your point, Tula.
For now,
do we have the means to build all the infrastructure you're talking about?
The person will come out Real Madrid, who say he be first to play?
He play for Real Madrid school, no?
Nah, Real Madrid they develop which player?
It is.
How many players Real Madrid don't develop? You see about this thing. How many Real Madrid players they Spain for World Cup?
When I talk Real Madrid, I just use the like example. I'm going to talk about Barcelona. This South Africa, they won't start relaxing.
Canada won't win. They won't score.
Yep.
They won't score.
Yep.
They won't score.
Damn.
You see that call?
I see him.
The movement matter.
If that ball be pass, South Africa will lose the game.
The pressure where this guy put on now with the that Alphonso Davies coming in, is like he came in with another different
energy.
Not just the energy, but the aura where he's carrying. You see how the Canadian players are more fast in their transition. They are more. What I said.
We South Africa, we need only one opportunity with internet.
Yeah.
I need for reach your phone phone. When I need for reach your phone, since that Davis entered, they like body go have across
you don't bring a different energy in the game. Jonathan David.
Bro, by 2015, so final for World Cup will be when I let black people away for
Woo! Be careful. Like goalkeeper your ball. But Canada again only Daki them.
I think they see to France do and they say, hey,
they did like France.
We'll copy France's system. Even England, all England back now black people, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Maggie and who?
Oh, England back. Probably for the game I'll be watching. Then Maguire, Silva.
Hey, that 5 shot has on engine, eh?
Yep.
Oh, be careful. Clear that ball. Canada tuna back, massa. Oh, it don't go. Yeah.
True, like if you comment game, give everything when they happen, no.
Try to add the tension. Say don't go. Wait, don't go. Do one today's even better. They like 15 seconds behind. Yesterday they like 1 minute. It is see action. It made me like 40 seconds.
Before you get to the action.
South Africa, wake up, even be so. Captain of South Africa and the goalkeeper, right?
Yes, Rowan. He won a best goalkeeper of Africa last time, right?
Nice to with the cat of Manchester United.
I don't know.
Cash for Manchester United. Yeah.
No, you know, say what he wants to use Martin Notula. You need to.
No, but no, I understand. No, I understand. But I like the small team you want to.
Yeah, that's small bullet you want to.
I like the small bullet you want to.
Damn, that's a good pass. Good one. Yeah. Good one. Knockout.
Not bad.
Not bad. Yeah.
Whoa. No collect unnecessary card.
Good. That's good.
South Africa understands space. Ref Massa. Massa. That's a foul.
With the hand.
Well, play.
If you explain.
No, if you don't
lose the ball, right?
But the way you go tackle person, right? If the person jump, now foul. You know, if you keep your feet, now foul.
Alfonso, not do that thing. They very, very.
Hey, that man number 5 na die. Ref call foul no. That man l'homme a 2 poumons. No, number 7, number 5. Oh, the game killer don't come. Reyners. That's a corner for you.
They can't kill the game. I hope they don't want me most to the fine. Before you enter, so you guy don't know what you will do for these things.
Who that?
Go ahead.
He be the player now. 85 minutes, Massa. That game they go fast.
Bro, I see extra time for
extra time.
For the game that be 60 minutes, 8 minutes, 10 minutes.
No doubt.
Canada extra time in the art form. Huh?
No doubt Canada get energy. They've not really replaced like 5 players. South Africa are just their second and third replacement is they make them.
Now how many replacements they make them for the
5?
5.
See defenseur. Certains Sincott Isaac no va te work.
Oh, foul. Ref.
That Reyners they play for Mamelodi Sundowns.
Mosepe team that now.
Mosepe picking a team.
What's Mosepe picking team?
He don't live picking administer on a Mosepe team.
Now the man that way hello paysan, the one that doesn't paysan them, they just like for make noise. They want to compare them with Cellular.
You should your own back.
So I don't tackle it.
The truth I say
pass the ball.
That's Cellular and never give chance. When I give chance, when I go confirm code.
Oh boy, now we the give chance. Now me the give chance.
Them now give key and then change lock for us.
Give key, now me a vote. Fans the vote.
No, so when I say I mean you know the people that what I mean.
Who know? I don't tell you other people are incompetent. Other people for Fika food where they don't do the seize time for German. They don't thief all kind thief for Fika food. Now they see they. How they call that man will be block me for so Tombi Aroko.
Tombi Aroko.
People with the finish money for Fika with the Jean Lambert Adam. Pass that ball. Woo! Ay. If you leave that ball, if you go for that other game.
Jean Lambert be the analyze management for Fika food.
This referee them, You see how referee the influence game. Where is the foul over there? Bad first touch.
No, yeah.
Look at okay. Now tell me where is the foul? Who's that foul? Referee blown and waiting for that decision. As soon as South Africa recovered the ball,
and on a then grab it, do him.
If here
control ball go for phone. This one control and can back.
If here come out that one time.
If you leave that ball, if you go for that guy for update.
South Africa will lose.
Now make Canada run again now. They don't change 5 players, they run left from Tambo. Make them run again.
Canada and South Africa.
I just want to make them move them. They deny my boy party visa.
Yeah, visa. And you see a party walk the midfield against England. You walk him. I say yes, master.
Canada deny visa. America give visa. Do well. If they explain you do well, you understand. If you say they not explain, I'm fine. And then Canada give Mexico give the man visa. Kuka. America say lie.
You know they. So,
boy, I said back in the days, if you know what they happen for World Cup,
you know he get those rape allegations on him, right? So that's why Canada say it will not allow him to enter his territory and all of that. And you remember they did that thing on Mendy, and they just killed his career like that. They ruined him with their lawyers' fees and all of that. At the end of the day, they say no, he was not guilty and all of that. Then, but the career was already broken.
So the party thing happened for
England too.
It happened for England, then Canada denied to give visa.
Canada no they depend for.
Wow.
No, say the king for England, they king for now you be king for Canada. They depend somehow on the royal crown of England.
Oh, see goal. They don't score. Canada don't score. Game over.
I don't tell you, see, man, she don't find so much shout when they score.
Yeah. South Africa.
Boom!
I told you they are
good one. Canada no for focus.
They came with a different spirit, man.
They know for focus. They know for be patient.
When Alphonso Davies got into the game, he brought in some different energy to their teammate, and you understand that he's a good captain that the team want to die for him. So the way they were playing just changed. They increased the pace and all of that.
Yep.
But you play well. You tried.
They scored one for 91 minutes. Even for be Iran and Algeria, I'm not sure so no come back.
That's to kill your brain, man. That's
so like how you should also nothing.
Right. You go party food.
You don't go bet.
This guy be gay. I mean, you guys have 2 defensive midfielder. The guy, where are you going to? Stay on the edge of the box. Look at stay on the edge of the box.
Galindongo. Salut.
Equalizer the camp.
Look at that. Yeah, we hope so.
Yep.
Look at the coach.
The coach has a drama king. See the way my dress. He showed it as a drama king. But look, the Canada will need that clean the family they get answer.
Et c'est parti.
Play for your back, Massa.
Voilà, on over plenty.
Don't worry. Yeah, and
That was a trap pass.
Yep.
Trap. What's that defender?
Just imagine, say player just dive safe, even go injury. Yeah.
Pass the ball now. You the wrong side. You want to go. Pass ball, Basa.
Why knock that ball? Why no?
You know how heavy that guy? That defender is very smart.
Yeah. And
He's
shot
offside.
Yeah.
How can you be offside? Oh my goodness. Basa. What type of lazy footballer is that?
Yeah, see the offside. Even for you, the same.
Masa.
Yep.
He be the offside.
Yep.
This is why I get disappointed with these African teams. See a country like this, Canada. Canada, they play football.
They gave too much time, too much space to that guy to control.
They were not able to control the game.
For the level, we get for the big tick, we get for the big dick and Canada, we get for the such stroke when that kind 8 finals. So
yeah.
when you don't
you are playing Canada, not Canada.
That key European team there and American team there.
Woo! Look at that. Put me a ball in the box. Referee to no go blow him. Nah, man. Referee to no go blow him.
Nice control.
It just can't fall for. Now the border about me the blam, bro. It just can't fall for. Maui they won't come back.
Okay, deviation. Pass him. Woo. Pass the ball for update. Why you go? Oh la la, these people they man. Cross that ball inside. You don't have time. Cross the ball.
No. The 5 minutes already finished. The end and smooth.
When I put ball inside box, I beg.
That was a very
put ball inside box, no.
Yeah. Now you play with pressure and everything. It's not just good.
Ball don't finish.
You want your now that.
Put ball for box.
Yeah.
See, you go put ball for corner. Put ball for box, my brother. Cross ball.
They still they focus. They need to even argue with referee. That's a team that knows what they want.
Yep.
I'm talking about Canadian. They still they focus. They are not even calling
going
the ref.
To the feel like call the game or no. Papa stay you for down. Now so other thing the way I think say FIFA get for bring, I don't know. When goalkeeper catch ball and the player they go touching.
I congratulate him.
Yeah, they congratulate him, but I feel like they get for some technical fault get for people. Like, why are you doing that? Why when some chess ball you need to go touch you so you congratulate him? You understand what I mean, right? Technically they delay the game and
yeah, they will address now because you have 4 seconds to make a throw in, 9 seconds to kick the ball. If not, they give a corner kick to your opponent. That's the game is over. You have yourself to blame, South Africa.
Well,
that's a good.
Canada played a better game. That's all.
Yeah,
they did.
Yep, they managed their game fine.
Oh my goodness! Look at the 12 men. Look at the whole thing of Canada. Mamma mia.
Yeah. African team, our chance for winning World Cup really still slim. Until we don't start getting kind of population too, or even have.
I mean,
now we don't know, bro. If that people, that cafe holla for your head.
The next one is gonna be hard for Canada, right? It's gonna be either France. Hold on.
See, when I say about stakeholders of football, look at what people are posting the whole World Cup. Just controversy. Una football media.
Now, who is that?
It depends on the media they full answer.
Which media that?
They post controversy.
Maybe na Cameroon media that.
Which one? The
position.
Oh, 80 point. Go to this.
1 second, I beg.
Oh, you need to see a screen for Facebook.
No, come on,
No.
come on. Keep showing. That your
Is
skin
that
on
what it is,
that.
yeah.
Okay. No, bring on.
Now, which of the media?
Increase that. Oh, seafood.
But now media that master. That's not media, man.
Maybe Cameroon.
Na
No,
Cameroon.
not Cameroon, but we need to consider
Uh-huh.
that people the media. Man.
Na Cameroon.
We don't consider the media, master.
No,
They are hungry.
okay, that's why I
Baba,
say. That's why I say.
More.
That's why I say we,
Mhm.
right? We need to take responsibility. That's Cameroon media,
Exactly.
whether you like them or not. But na Cameroon media.
No, na Cameroon.
True Lion, talk with your microphone. More conclude. What do you think about the game? The game don't finish.
Well, I think there were pockets.
Your volume don't go. I don't know why.
Pockets of moments where you think South Africa was gonna take over the game, but I think
Mhm.
Canada just had more energy. Their game plan was actually right, and then South Africa never really got into the game. So I was wrong when I thought Hugo Bros tactically was going to overcome, and a lack of focus towards the end, because it's just about 2 minutes remaining. However, if you see the holding, the defenders, especially like the holding midfield of South Africa, they were actually running into the same space as the defense when that goal actually happened. So, in my opinion, that was just bad. And I think this guy, the South African coach, if I'm not, the Canadian coach, I think he's American. He coached in the MLS, if I'm not mistaken. He was a former coach of the U.S. national team. I'll check that just now. Yeah, that's what I have to say.
So what you think?
So, both teams, I told you it was going to be an open game because both teams, for me, they are in the same level, but it's going to be who wanted to win the most.
Mhm.
So both play on their strength, right?
Mhm.
Canada knew that physically we can go with them, and we have the pace, we have the speed, and they play on the speed to try to move the block of South African around, and eventually it works for them.
Mhm.
But even though I'm just going to say this because Turayan was pointing the tacticals of Hugo Bro. Hugo Bro did a very good change in the midfield, and that made the midfield a little bit more balanced for South Africa. But also, when he made that change, the coach of Canada understood exactly that they want to hold the midfield. So I need more speed because that's my strength. And he put in some fast players, and the captain that came in with, he knows how to use the ball, and even he knows how, when it comes in, the confidence of the teammate grow high. So they play on their strength. Let's keep going faster, and they eventually got a score, got a game and a goal, and they got the game on their side.
True Lion, 1 out of 9 already fall. You think there will be a continuation, or we'll experience some changes with African teams?
No, as I said, maybe I expect if 3 actually go through, if 3 African teams actually go through past this 32-32nd round, I think that will be good. But I don't expect even half of that number. I don't expect 4 or 5, as some people are saying. And yeah, as I was right, Jesse Marsh, yeah, he's United States. He's from the United States, 52 years old. I think he coached DC. No, he played for DC United, Chicago Fire, and Chivas USA as coaching. Oh wow, he's also coached. Yeah, he coached Leeds United. Yeah, that's what he coached Leeds United. Yep. Leipzig. He's also been in Leipzig assistant coach. I think he kept
good background. I have a very good background.
Yeah, he has a rich background. So he's someone who's actually I was wrong when I was saying that.
Yeah,
I was wrong. I was wrong when I was wrong when I was saying that Hugo Bros has a better profile. I was wrong for that.
Yeah.
Innocent, you feel like South Africa actually lose the game today because for me, I feel like we still get the African thing where we are contented already.
Yeah.
We already passed the first stage. Yeah. Oh, it means we don't really over try. Yeah, wow, put effort.
Yeah, I think that that's something we will have to be looking into as well. I know we are getting more and more pride, and which is good. We should really look ourselves that there is nothing we cannot do. We can play against this. We can even beat. So we can grow past that. The contentment of going to the next round should not be something you can be pleased. Okay, and then get prepared psychologically to go to as far as possible. Give yourself psychologically the chance to go ahead. So I believe the contentment also play a role for them, but they never really got into this game, like True Lion said, because when we saw the first action of the game, we saw the intentions of the Canadian. They were like, man, we're coming with our space, with our speed to win the game. So we have, and you can see from the beginning that they wanted to win the game. They wanted to win the game. So, and I told you, remember, that is the team that wants it the most that's going to win, and Canada have been showing that face.
True Lion, based on this game, what do you think African teams should, the ones that are going to play next, what do you think they should do differently to go through?
I think one thing about football is that we are more into African football, so we understand African football more, and we know the African footballers and the managers more because we watch them in African Cup of Nations. However, I just showed some type of ignorance, not even knowing who the who the Canadian coach was, right? And also deep into that, I don't know who the Canadian players actually are because I don't watch them. Okay, and that's normal. So after this game, it's evident that we underestimated Canada. And they were the better team, hands down. If you watch this game, you know they were the better team. So I'm not sure if there was anything else that South Africa could have done in order to win this game. So that's where you say we go back to the drawing board and we just look for what went wrong and how we can actually get better, because you can see that Hugo Broos was out-coached. Tactically, he didn't have an answer, and that's why South Africa actually lost. I don't think South Africa is was better than Canada. Canada actually dominated this game in many aspects, and that's why they won. So I don't think Canada could do anything better. And then when you look at the team as Ghana, right? Because I've spoken about Ghana, of course, 9 African teams have gone through, right? But we have to look deep. Ghana is a type of football sustainable. Do we think that Ghana will be able to go? Who do they play? Colombia or something like that? Do we think they will be able to go and beat Colombia? Do we think, we've spoken about Senegal, do we think Senegal has what it takes to beat Belgium?
Belgium, yeah.
So there comes a point where when a team is defeated, we have to accept and say, okay, let's go back to the drawing board. What are we missing? What do we have to do? Do we really need to focus on our league so that 4 years is, well, I see 4 years is far away. No, I remember in 2022, 2022, when people were celebrating,
it was just like yesterday,
when they were celebrating beating Brazil as if they are taking a cup. I told them that, man, football is not like that. You have to work.
Didn't make it to the next one.
Fast forward, what's happening?
Yep.
So at a certain point, we just have to be true to ourselves, accept defeat, work on what went wrong, and just try to be better. Because I don't see, if 3 African teams go through, then I think that will be success.
For those who are watching, if any person they want call for contribute to make any contributions, go ahead and let me know. We can actually add the line and get you to call and make your small contributions. Innocent, the question I will ask you think, say, Canada outplay Senegal because tactically the coach was not up to the task, or because Hugo Broos will actually be up to the task, but he not get enough for a bench for using? Because if you look at Canada, once they brought in Davis and the other guys that they bring them, it was completely a new team and a better team. Whereas South Africa make its own changes, we expect to see something better happen, but we'll not see them. What do you think?
I don't think it's of course Hugo Broos will have some responsibility. I have some questions to answer to, because he's the coach, so his decision actually is a decision that is that brought South Africa to this level. But now when you have a team like this, you know your weakness, or you know your weak point, you know your strength, you work on them, so you use your strength to win the game. But when he tried to put the strength it didn't work out because a Canadian team, they studied a South African team really well. They know how to go around them and beat them eventually. And the good thing, as now that you've pointed the rich background of the coach, you understand that this coach understood how to beat Hugo Broos. So we should not take the credit from Canada. Because we want to say that South Africa was not up to the task. No, actually, Canada, they did well and they deserved a win. They did well tactically. They did well. They play on their strength, like I say, physically. They did well on their speed and eventually got the goal that gave them the match. So I'll congratulate Canada for their work. I will not say that Hugo Broos did a bad job or did a good job. So I'm going to congratulate the Canadian team that did the great job, that did what it takes to win the game. Because when you're playing a World Cup, you have to give your all. You have to give the all, and that's what they did.
Wow. The next game we'll watch on which one? Any game day today? No.
Yeah.
No. That's it. That's
it today.
That's it today. Yeah.
Oh.
So the next game is. You want just Google. Welcome.
Next game is tomorrow. Yeah, 3 games tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brazil, Japan, Germany, Paraguay, and Netherlands, Morocco.
Morocco.
Watch
the Morocco one or you'll be 8 p.m.
You don't know, yeah. Morocco
yeah,
one,
Morocco one, yeah. It's a night.
Yeah, that's what we do.
Yeah. More do the Morocco one, Morocco, Netherlands. Man, I like this Netherlands. The guy, them, they are fans, their ambience.
Everything just
they come,
orange.
They don't care about World Cup. They just can't enjoy.
They turn the place.
And the culture that way, African teams will never really still get them because financially we are not there. I like the fact you point out saying when we hear about prices for World Cup tickets and things like that, you not be even worry you about other people. You be worry about our people because you be noticing that they don't get money for pay or now they don't even see value in that price, in that World Cup ticket for pay that price. Which is the same thing with every other team. You see Norway, you see the number of people they travel here and there. When Netherlands played their first game for Arlington here, when I be yesterday the next game they play now for Houston, I was like, oh, so all people will travel go Houston, bro. The next game all them be there Houston, and now they play one on our side. They play their third game one on our side. All man travel go with that boss, and now they play for which side they will play.
Let me see that.
They'll play for Mexico. Guess what? All man will probably travel go again for Mexico.
Yeah, they're playing in Mexico, Guadalupe.
True Lion, do you think we'll get to that place where Africa will do that?
That's why I want us to focus on our local football because you don't just get up in the morning and become an avid fan of football or follow your team. Or
that's true. That's true.
You remember AFCON in Cameroon, right?
Mm-hmm.
There was an incident where fans died on the field because they were like there was a stampede. There was a stampede because we don't have that culture of standing on line. Everybody wants to get in first because they always think that if they don't get in first, the door will be closed or they will not watch. But then when you have that culture of going to the field week in, week out,
you know how organized it can be.
Exactly. You go watch your kids, you go watch your neighbors' kids, your friends' kids, and all that. It's a culture that you develop over the years. And that's why I've also put in responsibility on the Cameroonian fans, foot soccer fans. They don't understand what supporting means. They don't go to the stadiums. They just sit and argue because they like certain individuals, So that's a culture that it will be developed when we start competing week in, week out in our local leagues. That's the only way you develop such love for the game.
Yeah.
Innocent. Yeah, you want to talk something?
No, I'm just trying to add that when you go to the field day in, day out, you understand even the settings of the field, how you get into the field, no need to rush and all of that. Yeah, it goes to that as well.
Netherlands, Morocco tomorrow. What's your prediction?
It's going to be a very tough game. It's going to be a very tough game. Like I think it's you or Trula in that mention that most of these Moroccan player plays in Netherlands or they're born in Netherlands. So it's going to be, they know the culture both ways. So it's going to be a really tough game. And I hope And I hope for the sake of Africa, and I believe that Morocco will pass, even though playing Netherlands right now is kind of difficult, really difficult.
Yeah, True Lion, I believe say if South Africa now one of the teams we would consider them really good, especially you, because of their league where they get them. They not pass today. It's already starting to challenge the whole idea of African football has gotten better, right? If Morocco no pass tomorrow, I feel like it would be a big blow psychological for the rest of the team because they're like, oh, if a whole Morocco, if you go through, what happens? True Lion, what do you think?
It just be like, oh man, no play shoe for a foot the hot, right? And it also depends who you play. Of course, if Morocco gets beaten by a team like Netherlands, I look at it, I'm like, okay, of course, although they got out against Netherlands, at least it's the Netherlands. But I think Morocco will actually win that game. South Africa today got beaten by Canada. I look at that, I'm a little bit disappointed. But after I see what Canada have done, I'm like, okay, no, Canada was just better, right? And it just still tells me that Africa, we still have a long way to go and all that. Because honestly, 9 out of 10 teams are going through. It shows that 90% of teams that went to the World Cup for Africa actually going through. But also, I am not carried away because I know that the quality of football in the first round was not that good if you look at it honestly. Because so many teams that came that did not really have a good level. And that's why I don't remember. I don't know if you remember when we try to compare, or when I see people comparing players, they want to compare Diego Maradona to Messi today, or they want to compare Pelé to Cristiano Ronaldo today. I'm telling them that, hey, Pelé never played teams that are ranked 100. If you play teams that are ranked 100, you will score. Or I'll tell you that the rules of the game have actually changed, where as soon as you just elbow a player, that's a penalty, and it gives you an opportunity to score. So nowadays, strikers score more goals than strikers back then, because football has actually changed. You know, the rules favor offensive.
Can we say strikers should score more goals than strikers back then because the rules not favor them? I think that's a better statement. That.
I'm sorry, you think that's what?
So you say they score more goals now, right?
Yeah, today they score more goals because they play more games and the rules actually favor strikers.
Yeah, you're right. They may I say I just talk so if we push them instead because not all the strikers that even score. You understand? For although now the rules they really favor them, like you talk small thing, they don't give penalty. Small thing, they don't give a defender a yellow card, and then it attack you throughout the rest of the match, the fear. Yeah, so for me, I just feel like they should score more nowadays, contrary to back in the days where Diba can go match you right for your face, and then referee will can't tell and say please small. Go ahead, Baba.
Yeah. So actually, I just think we might need to wait and see. If 3 African teams go through, then for me it will still be like it will be a huge success, because back in the days when you look at it, 2 teams at most went from the knockout stage, although they have added 1 extra stage, an additional round has been added, right? Because now there are 48 teams, so an additional round has been added. But back in the days, you see 2 teams out of 5 move to the knockout phase, then maybe you see 1 move to the quarterfinals or whatever. So if 3 teams actually go through to the round of 16, then if 2 teams can actually make it to that quarterfinal stage, then I think Africa will still be on a good route. However, today the narrative is that 9 teams made it to the knockout stage. So mentally, the mindset tells you Africa is winning, regardless of what is happening today to South Africa, regardless of what will happen tomorrow to Cape Verde, Ghana. I still have my hopes on Morocco. Morocco is going to be beat Holland. But again, I'm not going to be mad if Holland actually wins. But I think Morocco is going to beat Holland.
I will talk, man. I don't want to talk. I will talk again. Cape Verde will beat Argentina. Now, so Messi World Cup go in. You know, saying Brazil versus Japan.
I don't know. Brazil is going to go through. Japan is a very good team. they are very compact playing, but Brazil knows how to play around those kind of team that plays compact. They know how to draw the block, to open the block with the individuals. Like you have Vinicius, now you have Neymar that is back. They know how they can do count on their individual talent to break the deadlock and score. So it's going to be Brazil is going to pass. It's even obvious, but like we say, never say football is a exact science. So Japan might shock us, but I believe Brazil is going to pass. That's my take on that.
True Lion, Germany versus Paraguay. I think Paraguay somehow don't always make your own small name to football. Which be a prediction?
Paraguay that I saw, I think Germany will actually beat Paraguay. Paraguay that I saw play is not good enough. It's not good enough. Germany is going to make easy work with Paraguay.
The way you insist on that easy.
Me, I would say that Germany is going to win, right? But I don't think it's going to be easy because
it's
even Germany, the team we saw, the team we seen Germany, like when they play against Cote d'Ivoire, right? I saw a team that was like they have really hard time playing with a team that play low, right? So that compact low back, right? It's really hard for them to score. It was really hard for them to even beat Cote d'Ivoire. It was just one second of inattention. They scored the second goal and win the game. So if Paraguay displays that kind of game, try to play low and play on a fast transition, it's going to be hard on Germany.
Let me ask you a question.
I think they'll win.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think Paraguay is better than Cote d'Ivoire?
No, I didn't say that.
No, I'm just asking you that.
No, I don't even think that.
Okay, so if it was difficult for Germany to score against Cote d'Ivoire, it's because Cote d'Ivoire had Yan Diomande, right, who's actually also good. Cote d'Ivoire has some players that actually created a lot of problems against Germany.
In the midfield. Yeah.
However, when you see Paraguay, who did Paraguay play? They were in the same group with the United States, right? Or who did they play?
Yes, I think so.
Paraguay, yeah.
Paraguay played United States for first day, I think.
Let me see. Yes, exactly. And they did not offer anything offensively. I bet you when Germany handles them, it will be around 4-1.
I like that. We're gonna watch the game.
You watch.
One thing with me I know and I be certain about now competition and you will get two phase. You get a phase where if you draw a game and you come back tomorrow we play. You get a phase where if you lost a game, we sit in the lost game for the competition, but they still qualify for the next round. But the round we did not a round we
knockout.
You get for win. For continue.
So the motivation
nobody comes here. So nobody comes there just feeling like, oh man, go try, or man, no.
Yep.
All man comes there fully prepared. And then I will feel where to decide the game. So whether Germany, Brazil, or even Netherlands, I strongly believe say Morocco will win. There is no way Morocco will advance, especially with their investment they make our football. I think their president or somebody come out and say they don't want to invest in anything African football again for hosts. They are focused now on World Cup and this and that. And the kind of thing in that way Gianni Infantino and FIFA like him. So whether I like or not, that people will vote, they already tell and say, hey, this is Morocco. This is the future of football in the world. Do what you get for do for make sure say their president be happy. I don't know if any other thing that we're going to discuss and True Lion won't over talk them.
No, I don't think Morocco has the same effect as they had in Qatar. Because one, if you realize in Qatar, right, almost 99 or let's say 70%, let's not exaggerate, of the fans in the stands were Moroccans. They don't have that same effect anymore. When they play Netherlands, 70% of the fans gonna be
Netherlands
orange. It's gonna be orange. You know. So I think the 12th man is gonna be for Netherlands. But again, I think Morocco still has that depth, and it's gonna be a midfield battle. I want to see De Jong against Reinsdens, against the Moroccan midfield, which I actually appreciate very much. And I think at the end of the day, maybe Morocco will win by a score of 2-1.
It's gonna be a very tough.
Okay, I'll be right on topic the way I don't know. When I get you get some more time again, True Lion.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I brought some topic and that I want more discuss them before we end. I'll start with Innocent. Messi on the bench yesterday, and then he comes in and score. He didn't say the World Cup over easy for Messi or now it happen. Zlatan say sometimes he feels like Messi need to follow title, na title they really follow you.
So Messi is at a certain age, right? They've already been qualified. All right. So there was no point for the coach putting him in. So they are trying to save his energy as much as possible. And above that, all the Argentinian team, they play for Messi. They sacrifice themselves for Messi. They always put Messi in the situation where it's easy for him to score. And they understood that's their game plan. Get everything sweep the way for Messi and give him the ball, let him score. He will score because the guy knows how to. I can place the ball in any space, little space area like that. Messi can put the ball over there, so they understand that. Now, Zlatan saying that Messi is a different. We know he's in his football IQ is another level. Right. So the way he's, I don't even know why he came in. They were already winning the game. I don't even know why they put it in. Maybe just
people pay ticket for seeing Messi. If you not bring it in, it will be a problem.
That's it. And then when he came in, at least it gave them something magical with the free kick he scored. So it is what it is. Messi, and Messi has been playing in the United States for the past 3 years now.
4 years.
Yeah, right. So he understands the environment already. People are coming to discover. He's been living in this. He knows the heat from Philadelphia to Atlanta to Dallas and all of that because he's been in those various fields. So wherever he plays home for him.
Truly, I asked you about Ronaldo. We already asked about Messi. Demand say Innocent say Argentina team they play for Messi. We see him from last World Cup to now. If you look at the way they even when they come up for a locker room, the way they wait, respect and all of that, some person they expecting that the same thing would happen for Ronaldo also build a team around him. But it seems like there's a struggle. He played 90 minutes yesterday. He shooting a one shot for pool. What do you think about Ronaldo at this point?
I think it's good for football when we talk Messi, Ronaldo all the time, but we should also keep in mind that Cristiano Ronaldo is 41 years old, 2 years older than Messi. He plays for a team individually that I think is better than Argentina individually when you look at the talent of Portugal, when you see what they're accomplishing. But the difference between those two teams is that Argentina has a better coach. Argentina has a coach where he knows what he wants to do. Meanwhile, when you look at Martinez, that coach, he had the dream team of Belgium. Of course, some will say he took them to the semi-finals of 2018 World Cup. And that's true. However, I've always think that he's not that good. And for him to be playing Cristiano Ronaldo for 90 minutes, for the first 3 games of the World Cup, when you have younger players that can actually work harder for the team, then you introduce Cristiano Ronaldo. So I have that feeling that maybe the players of Portugal are thinking that why should we be playing for a guy whose career is done? Of course, he's scoring goals, but come on now, what work is he doing for the team? You can say ask the same question for Messi, but the difference is that last World Cup, when Argentina needed Messi, he delivered for them. So now the players are looking like, okay, this is payback. We can still work hard for Messi, because we know that he's still delivering. And as Innocent said, Messi has been in the United States now for 3 years. So he's home. He understands the weather. He understands the environment and stuff like that. And everything comes natural to him. Meanwhile, Cristiano Ronaldo is as if for the past 5-6 years, he's playing for himself, which is not, it doesn't fit into a team. When you see a player that is playing for himself and everyone has to play for him, at a certain point, the players are asking like, oh man, I play for PSG also, I've won Champions League, I've won this, I've won that. Why should I be playing for Cristiano Ronaldo, right? They are not complaining now, but when they meet a team that is really up to their level, you will see that in their body language, you know. So that's what I'm thinking is going on with Cristiano Ronaldo. Because at the end of the day, you look at Portugal, you keep asking yourself that question: how far will they go with Cristiano Ronaldo starting? You know.
Innocent.
So for me, I'm a huge fan of Cristiano Ronaldo. But the point True Lion is making a valid point. You understand? Is I think Martinez is in a very delicate position. Ronaldo is very powerful, whether you like it or not. He can get a coach sacked if he wants that. So Martinez is in a very delicate position. Just as Scaloni. The point is that Scaloni convinced the other players to play for Messi. That's the genius of part of that. So it'd be like, we cannot crush this one. Let's protect him. We know that if we give him, we put him in a good condition, he's going to deliver. So the point Martinez does not maybe understand is to make the other teammate understand the importance of Ronaldo for them. Because when Ronaldo is in a good position, he scores. That man is a goal scoring machine. You understand? But now there are some friction in the locker room. I will take this example. Raul Neves gave an interview a couple of days ago, and he said that Ronaldo, we all understand and we all know what he did for football and for Portugal, right? But right now, he's just a player just like any other player in the locker room. And you saw the backfire the little guy got from that. And you have big people with this kind of stature, because João Neves is the future of Portugal. He just went back-to-back Champions League with PSG, he and Vitinha, right? And saying that means that they have a lot of individualities that doesn't really want to kill their own star, their own light to let Ronaldo shine. You understand? And that is what is going on with Portugal. Ronaldo plays in Al Nassr. He scores. He scores in Al Nassr
because it's completely built like it's built for Messi in Argentina.
Exactly. So if they want to give Ronaldo a better chance of exiting the game in a good way, they should build something around him. Ronaldo has only this opportunity, and then you have 3, 5, 8 years ahead of you to do whatever might you want to do. Like I said, it's very difficult. And to be honest, again, I've been put something on what True Lion said. We've seen a couple of days in these qualifier games when Ronaldo was not playing with Portugal, they was delivering. They were beating like 6-0, 4-0, all of that. But when Ronaldo comes back in, it's kind of struggle. So I think that is a little bit of sabotage from within, because nobody wants to really sacrifice for him.
True Lion, one of the things that I really enjoy for this World Cup, now people like Zlatan, Thierry Henry, we see all these former players come back to be consultants, and they handle programs, they handle show stuff. Why is it difficult for us to see our own people do them? I noticed some few that do them for France one time.
Mokanjo.
Yeah, Mokanjo. I mean, for big stage like World Cup, for especially for America.
Can I say something?
Yeah, sorry about that. I think that's because we don't have much to offer. Our leagues, because who's gonna give you a job? You know, there are so many. There are just a few places. You know, but who's gonna give you a job? Even when you see CRTV, or you see the different platforms that we have in Cameroon, who's actually giving them a job? Are you gonna work in that environment? You want to work in such environment? Our journalism has not grown and all that, so it's the same complaint we've been having. You know, we have not built a good enough league for people to excel into different, things they want to do. You might call it giving back or coaching. It's just the same problem. At least our players, some of our players can play, so they get positions because of their talent and all that. But when it comes to the entertainment of football, how many Africans can you call, apart from the Obies, Michael Obi, who is at the World Cup? But how many other Africans can you call that are working for a major, that we see them on TV analyzing the game? How many? So that's the problem African is actually facing. It's deeper than just, we are there just to consume football, and that's not good enough. Until we start building our own, having our own platforms, I mean, you are into the media. A lot of people despise you for whatever reason, but they don't know the work, that it takes to get and do a one-man show. Look at there's a podcast called 304 or is it 405, a new Nigerian podcast by this comedian Godfrey,
Yes.
born in Chicago and all that.
54.
Yeah.
Studio 54, I think.
Yeah, exactly. They started something, So I mean, those are things that if we don't start doing it, no one is gonna do it for us. No one is handing out gifts.
Yeah.
You have to use their own platform, and that's why sometimes I just showed you. I just said, look at Cameroon media. The guys are fighting, talk about just nonsense. That's the time we spend our time talking about nonsense for people to consume. I mean, where are we going to? What do we want to build? What's the legacy we want to leave?
Exactly.
When I look at things like that, it gets on my nerves. It gets on my nerves because we are not talking about the game. We are not talking about how we can grow the game. We are not creating content. Look at 90 minutes of football. Look at 10 African teams. You know the type of content we can create? People are supposed to come to us to ask us about these players, not the other way around.
Exactly.
But we have to.
So Henry and Zlatan been doing a great job at the World Cup, and then you were talking about why our own people are not in the big stage, especially in America like this. I want to say a couple of things, but the first one is that Henry and Zlatan played in America. They play Major League Soccer. They made the names for themselves here.
Yeah.
So if they are looking for some people, especially big names like Henry and Zlatan, they have a huge career.
Beckham will not even do that because they probably can pay him enough.
Beckham is a billionaire.
Yeah,
He has
that's what I'm
business to
saying.
be running. He can be sitting around there. You can have him for 2-3 minutes. He will say something and go. You don't have that much time to be a consultant.
He does it for Champions League.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying he can come from time to time, but having him like that, his time is really precious. You have business to run. So So, and one of the things is that most of African players, their focus is Europe. They don't know them more here in America. So America doesn't know them, so they can sell even if they have. And one other thing, at the end of their career, most of them don't get trained on this to be a consultant and all of that, because you have to be.
You even invite them on platforms like this to come and maybe just they will not even want to show up.
So the only, if I'm going to talk about the Cameroonian or only Africans that really actually were giving you a good consultancy on football is you have Mukanjo, who is really good on what he does. He presents himself good. He speaks well. He gives good analysis and all of that. And the other guy is now the actual coach of Marseille, Habib Beye. Habib Beye, really good. Yes, the Senegalese. He was really good on how to analyze game, how to give it. He know how to put it out. He know how to put himself as well. But they don't know them here in the United States because they are focused. Most African focus on Europe, either France, Belgium, and all of that. But they know them over there. They can sell. They can say something to people they understand. But here in America, no. So Zlatan and Henry, this for me, that's the main thing. Adding to what True Lion was saying, the main thing is that they've made the name for themselves here. So they know them. Those kids know them. So if they are talking football or soccer, they know that they know what they're talking about.
One other person I know say he could do an excellent job if he decide to do Samuel Eto'o. I'm talking about Dr. Samuel Eto'o. He speaks at least 5 languages. He's very, very knowledgeable. That person will go Harvard. That person he knows some of these things in and out, and he played the game for the highest level. If he decide to be consultant, he will kill him.
It's true, like just swallow him.
True, like
just swallow him.
No, that's what I say. That's what I say. We like individual for the blow hot fun about individuals and all that. That's what we are good at,
I'm like,
True, move end with the female national team. The day for start right now. I don't know if you follow Cameroon female national team.
I see them come out for boss. Now all that.
Okay, but I know I'm innocent talk first, and then I'll ask him Chula on the question I was asking.
Yeah. So, yeah, we the Cameroon national team, the female, they are preparing for the next AFCON, which is going to be playing next month in Morocco. The one that was postponed in March. So they're going to play in Morocco.
Can you actually say the one way Morocco won't deny for host them?
No,
because they deny the cup.
When you take your mind, you say that. Me, I'll tell them that it was postponed in March to July. So, and there was for the gathering, because there's a new staff, right? That the federation appointed a new staff, bring in a new team of coaching staff, right? And then they made a list of a large list of players. Maybe I think it was maybe 40 or 30 players, 40 some. So they went into a camp, right? And at the end, they drew a list of 26 names, right? But during the camp, from what I heard, there was some physical demand, right? Physical demand and tactical and whatever happened. Two of the oldest player in the den decided to withdraw themselves from the team, right? Being in the camp. It was Njoya Ajara and Fallon Mufumetu, right? The right back, she plays right back, defender. And they withdrew themselves, saying that if I go by the communique of Ajara, that she withdrew herself from the team to give the opportunity to the team to perform better, right? So she didn't want to be in a team and be a subject or the cause of a KO or of a breaking of the dressing room. So that's why she withdrew herself from the national team. So now they are in the camp again for the 26th name, getting ready to go to fly to Morocco for the AFCON.
Chulayon, female football. Now my question I will ask him. You think say hope the for female football for not just Cameroon, for Africa?
Of course, female football is growing. And as the case of Africa, of course, there's talent. And hopefully next month we're gonna see what they are up to. But I've been saying this over and over. Will be people for fit foul for market day. As Innocent is saying, they just started a camp. And it's during that camp where some players are deciding that maybe it's too physical. I'm not sure what the message they are trying to pass, but hey, we'll just wait and see see how they do next month and see if they can put on a show,
Yeah, hopefully.
I think so. I don't even think so now with Cameroon female national team, it's about feeding the foul on this day. We'll get one of the best league them around the continent right now. The what is it called Guinness Super League, right? It's actually the best around the continent. The truth as Innocent talk now, say that player they know be fit stand the new administration because yeah about some Captain Banting and all of that. And they are older also, they're a little bit older. And for remind me also say this team not qualify the way they begin to qualify. They qualify now after maybe this and this happen, and then Caps, you know what, we need for complete this stuff when I come in. So technically, the player the way some people they want make me look like oh na super player them. They need to even if you qualify that team for AFCON. So I don't see any reason we'll go rely on that kind of player. The instead for we for come bring in a younger team, may they go get their first experience, and they'll start see how we in 4 years or how many other years we win if we know if we win this one. I think say we are. I think say we are done with this conversation.
I get question. When you say Cameroon get the best African leagues, I mean, what you debase your argument on?
We say one of the best. We not say the best.
Well, yeah, one of the best female leagues. What do you base your argument on?
So
yeah, go ahead.
It's been going on for several years non-stop. They start and they finish. All right, and you see the quality of players that are getting from the league are going to sign to big European teams, right? Like if I want to take the example, the midfield of Real de Madrid, female is from Cameroonian, Toko Njoya, right? And she went when she signed for Real de Madrid. She went, sorry, a year to the reserve team, and she played a year before being upgraded to the first team of Real de Madrid. You have player like Naomi Eto'o that played this season Sassuolo, but actually she's a player of PSG Paris, right? That was loaned to Sassuolo in Italy. So, and she's coming from Cameroon. So we have a couple of young players like that really perform from Cameroon to the top European teams.
My brother don't put in the nose, so that means he's bad. He's always forget to talk. So because you base your argument on individual, some few players that are going back and forth, okay?
No,
but when I look at the best five, hold on. When I look at the best five female leagues, domestic leagues in Africa, Cameroon no day in between. When I look at the emerging female leagues in Africa, Cameroon no be in between. So, but that's your opinion. I respect your opinion, but I just wanted to point that out to you.
So me, I think, say, like you rightly talk, one of the best for Africa. He never said the best. Mita talks one of the best for Africa, no, not the best. We are making that progress. And if you compare them to, you talk about the among the five. I should say you do your Google. It shows you the surely the number 6 or 7. Now why are you choose now 5?
No, I've been send you that information. I don't go. You support know me by now. Nasako support me or know me by now.
I don't talk. So you surely do your Google. It shows you the number 6. Now why are you taking now 5? If you do your Google, now
I need to use Google.
The number 2. They will say, hey,
I need to use Google.
But again, I think what would George Abotonga say within the years compared to which it only happened,
there is hope.
Making some progress. Yeah, there is hope. There's some progress. Where we just feel that if we continue push, maybe they'll get better. I think say 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago, they maybe get some steady prim. They maybe get a system where it be accountable. Where if you go for, they go pull that and say, okay, they pay the player and so the player they train and all of that. And maybe even they mediatize. But now it's a little bit different. We even see the female national team right now, they almost get the same treatment with the male national team. They get and they pick them up the same way they pick the male team, put them for hotel. We need a year back and forth and all of, especially the communists are not involved for the only year back and forth. So I think I just wait that way with the travel talk. We're at the same team with the travel talk. Again, Baba, thank you very, very much, man. We'll meet up tomorrow for Morocco. 8 p.m. Texas. I think at 9 p.m. for you. More watch Morocco game and then we'll discuss them.
Okay. Thank you, guys.
Baba, thank you.
All right, guys.
Yeah. So yes, I think this was a beautiful one. This was a good one. Having Ayoke Bachula around is just wonderful. When I listen to Blue Minute, you say na under, you know, say na the middle guy. But again, thank everybody who watch, thank everybody who comment. If some topic they will not discuss and find, let us know. If any topic they will feel you need more talk and tomorrow, let us know. If some way you want me the conversation go, let us know. Like we said earlier, what we are just trying to do is watch the game and have conversations that we would have had if we were just together and watching the game. Maybe tomorrow we'll bring in a third person for create more flavor and then just discuss anything they want.
No, we just want to thank our viewers, our people, and always we always say this is our home. We are building this home together. So thank you for always being around. Thank you for showing your concern. Like Nasako said, if you have any concern, any question that you want us to address, or if you want to correct anything that we've said here, please feel free to reach out, feel free to write so that we can answer to your question or to maybe we adjust what we've said. Thank you for always watching, guys. See you tomorrow until the next one.